Yeah, we done came from the bottom, mad that we up, but I don't hear him talking. Started with knowledge inside of my noggin. We took a dream and then we started blogging. Put my city on the map now. I'ma say how it is and I don't back down. On the road to 100K, we finna act out. We gon' show them that we not just in the background. We the main event, we the main show. We the one that people always gonna pay for. FYF, we the best, no debate though. Number one sports channel, every angle. I'ma show them all how we ride. Best sports talk show, we not like them guys. We playing it safe while they feather the lines. We pushing the narrative all the time. Like who to go in the game is not MJ. Kobe Bryant top 10, not what we say. I keep Elijah one is very overrated. Keep it real, if it ain't fact, we don't say it. Now it's stable, we won't be ignored. We number one, especially when coming to sports. FYF bringing the heat here, of course. Where everything backed up with actual source. Everything backed up with actual source.
Nah, that's just passion. We love the game. You already know what it is. FYF. You don't got tough skin. Might as well not even come on in. Talk to 'em. FYF, blow the whistle, man, we too official. Better check the film, we not one of them. The greatest to ever ball above the rim. They wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Cut the small conversation, debate on major levels. This the playoffs, baby, bring that pressure, we never settle. Cross and spin, getting it in, I wanna win. That teamwork got us headed to the ship again. Oh, LeBron better than MJ? Cut it out. Half these fans in the stands don't know what they talking about. Half-court jumpers, crowd going wild. FYF ranked number one, you better say it loud. Intellectual talk, but fuck your feelings. Elijah one too overrated, Kobe still a realist. Top 10 all time, now how they cut the line. Magic Johnson, Draymond Green, one in the same kind. Fuck your feelings, fast break, stop and pull a J. He got how many rings, nothing else to say. With the team, live streaming, play by play. This the dream, full steam on the road to 100K. FYF, blow the whistle, man, we too official. Better check the film, we not one of them. The greatest to ever ball above the rim. They wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Cut the small conversation, debate on major levels. This the playoffs, baby, bring that pressure, we never settle. Cross and spin, getting it in, I wanna win. That teamwork got us headed to the ship again. Started small, then turned into big dogs. They treat me like the GM, I just make the call. No matter who my op is, I'ma stand tall. Then pull up to the game, fresh like I just left the mall. 100K, 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 check the score. We gon' bust the shot clock, fans running to the floor. All I hear is go this and go that. Man, your team suck, hang it up like a coat rack. I love the game, I admit it, I can't quit it. Step in front of me, man, your ankles gon' get the business. Been a legend like Moses Malone, way ahead of my time. This the greatest sports show ever, I just had to remind. FYF, FYF, blow the whistle, man, we too official. Better check the film, we not one of them. The greatest to ever ball above the rim. They wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Cut the small conversation, debate on major levels. This the playoffs, baby, bring that pressure, we never settle. Cross and spin, getting it in, I wanna win. That teamwork got us headed to the ship again.
FYF Sports, man. It's Lamont, man. We back another show. Appreciate you guys pulling up, man. Salute to True the King, man. Relax and talk sports, man. Peanut, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. You know, little afternoon show for you guys on the Midwest and the East Coast. Morning show for you on the West Coast. We got to talk about this, man. And we got to talk about it because it's a reality. Salute to Gorilla Smoke Media, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Look, the ultimate reality is this, man. Salute to the casual pulling up, you guys. Make sure y'all check him out, man. I'm going to drop the link to his show in the chat later, man. We got Go James in here. Look, y'all, the NBA landscape is changing. LeBron James is on his last leg. I mean, for as good as he looks, he's pushing 40 years old. Steph Curry, he's on the back end of his career. Kevin Durant on the back end of his career. And all of the stars that we've been really discussing over the last, 10, 15 years, these guys is about to be out the league soon. And you know, just like when Jordan retired, there were a couple of players where we had to do a little bit projecting with, right? Because there needs to be a predecessor to the guys that come before. And the ultimate reality of predecessors is that I don't know when, I don't know who it will be. But if you got LeBron as the GOAT, which that's what I kind of agree is probably what it should be. I think the reality of the situation is that it's going to be somebody that comes and passes up LeBron. And so now we got two choices. We can duplicate what the Jordan fans did with Michael Jordan as far as creating false narratives for the next 30, 40 years about every player that plays the game, creating excuses as to why none of these guys can be the GOAT. Or we can give these guys their fair shake. We can give them a fair opportunity. We can really evaluate their game, their accomplishments, and we can give each guy that steps up to the mantle, we can give each guy a fair shake, a fair opportunity at that top spot. And salute to Sturdy in the chat, man. Leonard Moore. And I was reading the comments before the video even went live. I'm reading the comments and people are saying, well, we can't talk unless we see 5 years, 10 years, and all this stuff. And I don't even think y'all being honest when y'all say that. This is why I know you guys are not being honest when you say, for all the people that say, let's wait, let's give them a couple years and all this. We just watch Giannis. We're still watching Giannis as far as having one of the best spans in NBA history. We're literally watching Giannis have one of the most dominant stretches and spans in NBA history. Championship, MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. And he's played more than 5 years. He's on a trajectory where if he continues on the trajectory that he's on, he's at least top 10. But you know what you guys aren't doing? You aren't putting him in the conversation saying he could potentially be the top spot. He could potentially be the top dog if he continues on this trajectory. If he adds another element to this, if he adds more winning, more dominance. That's how I know waiting 5 years ain't really going to do Victor Wembanyama any justice. We've watched Nikola Jokic go on a hell of a run over the last couple of years. Nobody's giving him a fair shake, even to crack the top 10. It's a lot of people not even giving him a fair shake to be the best center of all time. And Nikola Jokic is on one of the most dominant runs in NBA history. Multiple MVPs, a championship. He doesn't look like he's falling out of his prime anytime soon. People are watching all this stuff go on, and people are even still hesitant to have him crack their top 5 centers. I'm literally listening to conversations where people are struggling to put Jokic over Patrick Ewing. So the only thing that's going to happen is waiting before we have, if we start to wait before we have these conversations, the only thing that you guys have proven is that if we wait, you will never have the conversation. I think this is one of the reasons why LeBron is in that conversation, because when LeBron came into the league, nobody sat around and waited for him. They said he has the intangibles, he has the physical attributes and the physical gifts, he has the skill sets. Based on what we see of this guy, they basically said about LeBron, if his career unfolds and pans out the way we think it should, he's going to pass Michael Jordan. This is what they put on LeBron James from day one. They didn't wait 5 years. We got Mac Def in the chat. He says Moses Malone or Jokic. Jokic. I mean, I'm taking Embiid over Moses Malone. I'm taking Giannis over Moses Malone. I don't know why people, and like I said, Mac Def, leave those 80s guys in the 80s. Let them be great against 80s competition. Because if you really want to start doing the eye test, like I keep telling y'all, look, y'all don't take my word for it. I want y'all to go watch footage of Moses Malone. He plays like Andre Drummond. He plays like a very energetic Andre Drummond. He plays, if you use the eye test, he does not have a ton of skill to his game. It's a lot of offensive rebound putbacks, offensive rebounds, very ugly jumpers, rugged and ugly style of basketball against extremely, extremely subpar competition. White dudes that none of you guys will ever be able to name. Now, did he dominate his competition in the 80s? Yes. But let's not get to comparing them to guys of today. You put him one-on-one with Giannis, and Giannis is going to score 169 points on Moses Malone. It's just humongous levels to this right here. I mean, salute to the players of the past. Just keep them back here. Well, yes, True the King. The eye test logic gets dismissed because it's unfair when you use the eye test across eras. You can use the eye test within the same era. So if we're talking about comparing Embiid and Jokic, the eye test works. When you get to using the eye test with Moses Malone and Giannis, what your eye test is you're going to visually see a significant leap in skills, speed, agility, athleticism, and you'll visually see that Giannis is the superior player. And you can then mistakenly misrepresent or misrank a guy in Moses Malone who was dominant in his own era. You cannot jump and do eye tests across eras. It's the same eye test with Magic Johnson. If we did the eye test with Magic Johnson and point guards of the day, if we just went blind, if we didn't see any stats, if we didn't know who these guys were, and you just played Magic Johnson film and you put it up against some of the best point guards of today in the 2000s, nobody is walking away talking about Magic is the GOAT point guard. The eye test will kill Magic. Back to the basket, suspect handle, couldn't shoot. So when you use the eye test jumping from era to era, comparing players, that's what gets you into trouble. The eye test works within their own era. If you're comparing Magic to another player of his own era, that works. if you're comparing John Stockton to another point guard of the 90s, the eye test works because you're not going to see a significant difference in the style of play. And you can compare them a little bit better, especially if the stats are the same. You can't jump and get a player from 2023 and compare him to the 80s eye test and you know. So let them be great in the 80s. So y'all be thinking to be me bashing them. Y'all be the ones scooping these players from other eras, bringing them to me in 2023, talking about, hey, he better. No. Let that man be great in his own time. Salute the bank. Banks Lakers channel. Hopefully that's the real bank account. I'm gonna be dropping the link, but before I drop the link, you guys, I'm gonna go through an outline because remember, this is all about projection. I think one of the biggest realities is that Victor Wembanyama, although he hasn't played an NBA game yet, not an official NBA game, it's just only preseason. Similar to LeBron James, similar to Michael Jordan, he's stepping into the NBA with all of the attributes and the makings of an NBA GOAT. Now, does he live up to the hype? We never will know. There's a lot of guys that come in with this hype. Actually, there's not a lot of guys that come in with the hype or the expectation of being the GOAT. But to live up to the hype, you have to do a ton of things throughout your career to get to that point. But does he have the tools? Does he have a good starting point? Does he have a good base to start heading down that lane? Yes. So when you talk about his skill sets coming into the league, he's far ahead of the game. When you talk about his physical attributes, the man is 7'4", unblockable shot, a superior handle to all centers and power forwards. Right? He has an 8'5" wingspan. Can impact shots without really even trying on the defensive side of the floor. He's going to have a crazy impact on the game, both sides of the floor. So when we talk about, like, I just did a quick outline of this, and we're going to run through it, and I'm going to drop the link. We're going to get everybody up here. There's a couple things I want to talk about today. Obviously, I want to talk about the Kevin Porter Jr. situation. I told you guys, we did a live stream on it. A lot of you guys didn't take me too seriously about it. A lot of you guys didn't take me too seriously. But as more and more information comes out, it's starting to look like the prosecutor and the police associated with this case was just headhunting for an NBA basketball player. But we'll get to all that later here. All right. So if we're talking about Victor Wembanyama, right? But essentially, things are gonna have to go perfect for him to pass LeBron or even guys like Jordan, right? To get in this conversation. What is he gonna have to do in this early portion of his career? Early development from 2023 to 2026. I believe he needs to be rookie of the year. And that's it. So for the first 3 years, I don't expect much. I just think he just needs to be rookie of the year. I'm not putting ridiculous expectation on him in his first 3 years. Remember, LeBron didn't win anything in his first 3 years. Jordan didn't win anything in his first 3 years. All of these guys, and even LeBron, and but these guys, they both did what? They both won rookie of the year. So for the first 3 years of his career, I think the only thing he needs to do is, one, do his best to stay as healthy as possible. Two, I think he needs to win rookie of the year. I think that's what he has to do. I think in these 3 years, we need to see some developments in his game as well. So we talk about skill development, right? I think he's a versatile player now, but I think he needs to add another layer to that versatility. Right? Right now, we know he's superiorly skilled, right? He's ultra skilled, but what is his MO? Right? What is he going to be known for? Which side of the floor is going to be that side of the floor where teams fear him? Is it defensively? If it's offensively, and if it is defensively, it's going to be much tougher for him to get to that GOAT status because, we love offense. And guys who are great defenders, look at guys like Bill Russell, just don't get to GOAT status. Right? But he's still going to have to be a presence on the defensive end. He's 7'4". Right? But the main thing for him is I think he needs to expand his offensive repertoire, outside shooting, passing, and ball handling. Just expand on what he's already been doing. But he needs to identify early in that first 3-year range what type of scorer he's going to be and where is he going to dominate on the offensive side of the floor. Similar to how Carmelo identified that quickly. LeBron identified that he was going to dominate in that painted area. Kevin Durant let us know early he's going to dominate from that elbow to three-point line. So pick your poison. Pick what your poison will be to other teams. All right. I think in that first 3-year time frame, another thing he needs to do is he needs to cultivate leadership. He needs to start to showcase that he can be a leader. And ultimately, what that's going to mean is, and this is almost a twofold thing, and this is almost something that he can't necessarily control. Right? But that leadership is going to have to start to evolve into some level of success or team success on the floor. And he's going to have to work with this San Antonio Spurs franchise to attract high caliber players and talent. His talent, just like what we saw with LeBron, LeBron's talent early on in his career gravitated to other guys. He obviously with LeBron, guys wanted to play with him. They didn't want to play with him in Cleveland, but they did want to play with him. So you had a ton of guys interested in playing with LeBron. I would assume there was a ton of guys interested in playing alongside Michael Jordan. But he needs to become the type of talent where players say, I want to go to San Antonio to play with Victor. Playing with Victor is going to get me a championship. And I think people were saying this about LeBron before he even won a championship. They could see the writing on the wall. I think that's the type of player he needs to evolve into in his first 3 years, right? After his first 3 years, now he's starting. Now we will want to see him start to enter, not in his prime, but he needs to start to enter that prime. So it's going to have to include championship pursuits. Listen to what I said right there. Championship pursuits, not necessarily championships, the pursuit of championships. I can't put you winning a championship all on you, right? We know just winning one championship is a feat, right? He's going to have to lead. Ultimately, he's going to have to ultimately lead the team to multiple championships. And so when we look at a target number, because obviously when we're talking about the GOAT conversation, you got to start being petty. We're looking at the man is going to need at bare minimum 4 championships if we're talking GOAT conversation. If we're just talking top 10 all time, far less than that is needed. And then he needs to start to begin to secure the hardware, the MVPs, finals MVPs, defensive player of the years, first team all NBAs. Now, I don't believe he's going to do this right in his 4th year, but from 2027 to 2033, these are the things, this is the hardware that I need to see him start to collect. So from 2027 to 2023, he might not have championships, maybe one, depending on how the Spurs build out that roster. But if he doesn't have a championship, I need to start seeing him collect and amass the hardware from that range. I think the third element of Victor Wembanyama, if we're talking about him being the GOAT, is he needs to have longevity and sustained excellence. That's the one thing that I think LeBron has probably done better than any player in NBA history. Obviously, his longevity and then his sustained excellence. You're talking about a man. People are running around here talking about LeBron had a bad year last year, and the man averaged damn near 30 points per game. Imagine that, being damn near 40 in the NBA, averaging almost 30, getting to the Western Conference Finals, and you got people running around talking about this man had a bad year or failed. That's crazy, but that's sustained excellence. That's what I was telling people. A few weeks ago. I said LeBron last year, that might have been one of his best years in the NBA. And he didn't have to win a championship. So when you talk about health and fitness, he needs to sustain that. I think he needs to identify a playing weight where obviously he can't get dominated physically, but he can still utilize all of his gifts athletically. So maintaining a high level of fitness, adapting his game to minimize injury risk. You got to minimize those injury risks. And look, we know that injuries are all about luck. You run and jump at the wrong time, you land on somebody's ankle. Look at Steph Curry early in his career. But what did Steph Curry start to do? Because he took his fitness more seriously, he started to minimize the injury risk. And we've seen him have some sustained greatness because he's been able to minimize his injury risk. And I just think to do that in today's game, to do that, you just have to consistently work with top-notch trainers and medical teams. LeBron spends millions and millions of dollars on his body. Steph Curry spends millions and millions of dollars on his body. And just, again, with the mileage that the NBA, with the mileage that these guys come into the league with, they're coming into the league with a ton of miles on their legs already. They have to find a way to prolong it at all costs. And you have to completely sell out and then start to invest in yourself millions and millions of dollars, and you'll be fine. Hold on one second, y'all. We got Max Pensionat in the chat, man. And Max, I've watched you put 2 messages in the chat, and you just keep typing in Ticket TV. And so, unfortunately, man, I got to just let you go, man. I don't really like banning people, man. You know, I don't even mind trolls, but look, I have no issue with that, man. You know, I have no issue with that, man. And there's no reason to come spamming it in the conversation about Victor Wembanyama, man. Oh, y'all. Go James says, Lamont, don't mention Steph around Mac Def, bro. Oh, yeah, well, he thinks Steph is the GOAT. You know, it is what it is. So, again, another thing that Victor Wembanyama needs to do, and this is one of the unfortunate realities of being the GOAT. One of the unfortunate realities of being the GOAT is that you have to have an off-court impact. We look at LeBron James's off-court impact. We look at Jordan's off-court impact. He needs to engage. He needs to engage with his fan base to a significant degree. And when I say engage with your fan base, it could be charitable activities. It could be through marketing and shoe ventures. But Jordan obviously connected with his fan base off the court with his shoes. LeBron in his own unique way. Different marketing employees, being more visible, social media, you know. So again, but you have to find a way to have an impact off the court. And I'm not asking Wembanyama to go duplicate or try to do everything LeBron did or do everything Jordan did. He needs to navigate his own lane, but he needs to find a way to have some type of off the court impact and garner that galvanize a fan base that's going to create a push for him to be the GOAT. I don't know if he's playing today. Preseason game, you know, you never know who's playing. I think the last thing he needs to have is he needs to have some type of legacy. When he goes into retirement, there needs to be a legacy behind his name. He needs to retire with a set with his own unique set of achievements, unparalleled achievements at that. And these are both on and off the court. We've seen LeBron do that as well. LeBron with his school. I think that's just dang near been unmatched. LeBron with all of the other marketing efforts. But then LeBron's, when he on the court, the man has so many statistical and individual accomplishments, whether it's in the playoff regular season. I don't know if we'll ever see another player statistically on an individual scale do what LeBron James has done. LeBron James came into the NBA with a GOAT trajectory. The one thing the smartest thing LeBron James did was if it was in the back of his mind to be the GOAT, he basically said to himself, if I'm going to be the GOAT, I cannot try to do it the same way that Michael Jordan did it. I cannot try to chase scoring titles. He has to do it his way. And I'm sure Jordan said the same thing when he came into the league. If being the GOAT was his ultimate goal, he couldn't do it like a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He couldn't do it like a Bill Russell. He had to do it his own way, his era. And I think with Victor Wembanyama, if it is in the back of his mind that he wants to be the GOAT, and I think to be the GOAT, you have to think it at an early age, right? You have to kind of speak it into existence. You have to kind of be delusional about it. And I think if he wants to be the GOAT, I think he needs to create his own narrative. He needs to do it a different route than LeBron James, because the one thing he's not going to be able to do, he's not going to be able to outdo LeBron at what LeBron did best with the stats and multiple category dominance individually, getting to multiple finals back to back years. He's not going to be able to duplicate those things. But if he starts to become his own unique player and he starts to identify early what separates him from the rest of the league, I think he can create his own legacy. And I see when people talk about Kobe Bryant, to me, that's the one thing that hurts Kobe Bryant the most. Because Kobe Bryant he was hell bent on completely duplicating everything Jordan did, from just the look, from the style, from the skill sets that he displayed. Everything he did mirrored Michael Jordan. What happened was he mirrored Michael Jordan so much. The one thing that we can easily see is you cannot outdo Michael Jordan at what Michael Jordan did best. And so there was really nothing that made Kobe unique. His legacy was not unique in its own right, like LeBron's legacy is unique. Kobe is always going to go down as the guy that copied Jordan. He was never going to be the GOAT. And this is why to me, he's not top 10. And for a lot of people, he struggles to crack the top 10. This is no shade against Kobe, but when you chase another player that hard, when you try to mirror and duplicate another player that hard, it ultimately hurts you in the long run. Like, for him to outdo Jordan, he would have had to outdo Jordan on what? All the scoring titles. He would have had to outdo Jordan on the 2 3-peats. He would have had to outdo Jordan on far too much. And you're not going to outdo Jordan, especially because Jordan was able to do what he did in a completely different era. For Kobe to do those things in the 2000s, almost impossible. But he chose, we go James, right? He chose to copycat Jordan. And look, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you choose to copycat another player, you're never going to be better than that player. It's just like all the guys that are coming in trying to copycat Steph Curry. The problem with copycatting Steph Curry, you're talking about the Trae Youngs and some of these guys, you're never going to be able to duplicate Steph Curry better than Steph Curry. And so you'll always be below him. And this is why I got to respect the guys like the Lukas and whatnot, because Luka is one of those players that's in his own unique individual lane. Giannis is in his own unique individual lane. There's a lot of people saying Giannis needs to get a jump shot, this, that, and other. No, because when people try to start saying that Giannis needs a jump shot and all this stuff, that's you guys trying to get him to mirror and mimic other players that you've seen in the past. Giannis has already won a championship without a jump shot. Giannis has been extremely dominant without a jump shot. Giannis is arguably the best player in the league right now without a jump shot. Giannis just needs to keep creating his legacy, continuously being dominant and creating his own lane and not chasing the hopes and dreams of what you guys want to see. Because a lot of you guys only want these players to get a jump shot because you want to be able to use them as a guard on 2K, something crazy like that. So it's not really even nothing that's real or translatable to the basketball court. George says, is this your narrative against Kobe? It's not a narrative against Kobe. It's just a fact, George. And Kobe is just the best example. I mean, does anybody disagree that Kobe tried to be Mike and failed? He tried to duplicate Mike's career and failed. His whole career was about being Mike, and he never outdid Mike. That's a fact. And like I said, when you chase those ghosts, when you chase other players like that, you can never be the GOAT. You will struggle. LeBron James was something when he came into the league, was something he did it in a manner that we never seen before. We never seen that type of size and physicality operating. He says, "We got Mr. Winters in here. Came out of the shadows. He came out of the crevices and the cracks, man." He said, "Stop, bro. I never seen Kobe wear 23, do powder toss, or be in Space Jam movie." See, that's a different element right there, because the powder toss, the jersey, that's off court impact. That's not even something that affects what you do on the court. That's something that LeBron James did to cater to his fan base, to cater to the Jordan fan base. That has nothing to do. So that's something completely separate. When we talk about Kobe, Kobe mirrored his entire game, the way he played, the way he shot, the turnaround fadeaway. He mirrored his entire game after Jordan. LeBron, yeah, he might have 23 on. He doesn't go out there. He doesn't go out there backing people down trying to shoot turnaround fadeaways in the post. Right? He's not doing that. He's not mirroring his entire game. He doesn't have the wristband on his forearm and doing all that stuff. No, he not he bro. His game does not look like Jordan's. And to see Mr. Winters, when LeBron does that stuff like wear 23, when LeBron does this stuff like the powder toss, it's really to poke at people like you. It's really just to poke at people like you. Like when I talk about off the court impact, Mr. Winters, it don't have to all be positive and good. Some of it can be just trolling other fan bases. I think the powder toss, I think him wearing 23, I think he's trolling people like you. You can't stop talking about this stuff. And without even trying, Mr. Winters, you're one of the people that lend to his credibility of being the GOAT, because you talk about him so much. You talk about him so much. When you type his name in the chat, how do you type his name in the chat? You talk about his finals record. You can't, everything you do, you only show up in conversations about LeBron that potentially might involve him. You didn't show up in the last conversation. You didn't show up when we was talking about Kevin Porter Jr. You didn't show up in none of the old See, the thing is, and I think Mr. Winters, I don't think you understand how you've connected yourself to LeBron that much, so you almost lend credibility. It's just like you so worried about LeBron being the GOAT, Mr. Winters, that you literally show up on every conversation talking about LeBron just to try to throw your 2 cents in. And it's just like, if he not the GOAT, then why we like? I don't see you showing up in Bill Russell. Like True the King be having streams all the time about Bill Russell. How come you ain't popping up in them Bill Russell streams trying to tell people why Bill Russell really ain't the GOAT? You only show up when it's about LeBron. And so what happens when you do that, Mr. Winters, is this. People get to saying, why this man so worried about LeBron? Why he so scared of LeBron? Why he show up every time? LeBron's had a significant impact on your life, Mr. Winters. I mean, you become known around these YouTube streets as the guy that gets cooked on LeBron. You become known on these YouTube streets because you are now permanently restricted to being a chat warrior. You will never pull up on another person's panel because people now just kind of use you as like fodder for content and to get cooked. I wouldn't be surprised if you was over the locker room channel. But it's true though. Look, y'all, everybody in the chat who knows Mr. Winters, what's synonymous with Mr. Winters? LeBron James. You ain't worried about no other player. Why are you so worried about the man? If he ain't the GOAT, why are you so worried? Because remember, On the thumbnail, Mr. Winters, I had the GOAT. I had two people on that poster, Jordan and LeBron, because I knew that most people have Jordan as the GOAT. Then you have another sector of people that have LeBron as the GOAT. I don't care who it is. I think with Victor Wembanyama, if his career pans out and aligns perfectly, he's going to pass both of them up. This isn't about just LeBron. It isn't about just Jordan. You was only on the Gilbert live because you know Gilbert is a LeBron guy, Mr. Winters, and you was hoping. But you didn't come on the panel. You was just in the chat. I think you were just hoping the conversation turned to LeBron. Everybody knows Gilbert is a LeBron guy. I didn't see you here, though. I don't remember you being here. I agree, Indigo. They definitely try to protect Jordan. Now we go post moving. Why you say we go post moving? How we go post moving, Mr. Winters? Here, Mr. Winters, if I drop the link, will you pull up today? And you've been in exile from all panels for like the last year, man. You ain't clicked the link in like the last year. I mean, I think sometimes you might probably pop up on Goat Mike stream in them desolate hours of the evening with nobody watching. And you'll try to cook Goat Mike. I mean, I give you opportunity to pull up, y'all. I'm gonna drop the link, man. I'm allowed us to come up here and cook on this, man. Can Victor Wembanyama become the GOAT? And we got to talk about Michael Porter Jr. And we got to talk about the best duo in the NBA. Got a lot of stuff to talk about today, man. Here on FYF Sports. Mr. Winter says no. LVZ said I need YouTube to be famous, so I haven't gone on any panels. So you let Mr. Winter, you let LVZ tell you something and run you off of all panels. So because LVC said you need YouTube to be famous, you haven't went on any panels. That is wild right there. Now look, y'all, I didn't say this, y'all. This man essentially just said LVZ ran him off of all live panels. I didn't say this, y'all, so y'all can't say I'm trolling. So if I ever tell him this, so if I ever use it against him later on in the future, we all know that I didn't say this. He said it. Y'all see the comment on the screen. Because y'all say I be trolling people. No, this man literally just said LVZ NBA talk stopped him from going on any panels. That's a hell of an impact. That's a hell of an impact, man. Oh, so Mr. Winters, you said it, not me. You typed that in. Now, if you misquoted something, you better clean it up now. Because that one right there is forever etched in history right there. LVZ ran you off of YouTube. That is crazy right there, man. Link is in the chat, man. We got H30 in here early, man. What's good, Sturdy?
Yo, salute, Lamont. Salute, everybody.
What you got on this, man? You got Victor. You don't play. Can he be the GOAT?
I thought it was he has the potential to be. I thought you and Art had an interesting conversation when y'all started this conversation about what's potential. Well, about Wemby's potential. The way I see it, Lamont, I do agree with you in regards to there is no one way to be the GOAT, especially in any sport, in that matter, especially in basketball. There's a myriad of ways that you can enter that conversation. You have guys like Bill, who's most winningest player in team sports history. That's how he got involved into the conversation. You got guys like Wilt with his astronomical records and physicality, athleticism. That's why he's in the conversation. You got LeBron and Jordan with high peaks, but you got Jordan with who was fortunate to be one of the most impactful sports figures in modern era. On top of the scoring, LeBron with the longevity, Kareem with the overall resume, both amateur and pro. There's a myriad of ways for you to get in that conversation. So that's what we agreed upon there. But among those different ways, I noticed there's common prerequisites to enter that conversation, and you touch upon some of them, right? I do believe he does need a minimum of 7 to 10 years of sustained greatness. Longevity is what every GOAT have in common, regardless of sport. Number two is records. No matter what position, no matter what sport you can think of that people consider the GOAT, they always have some sort of records associated with them. Jordan with the most points scored all time, LeBron with most points all time, most All Stars, most All NBAs, and the list goes on and on and on. Another one is you touched upon it too, but I think it's more so impact on the court as opposed to off the court, because the off the court manner is more so how marketable you are as a player. You can be dominant and individually great and revolutionary for your game, but it don't necessarily mean you're the most marketable. Ask a guy like Kareem, who political views and religious practice stopped him from being as marketable as the other goats. But you do need to be impactful and revolutionary in some way to your sport. Before, simply put, like before you was there, the league played like this. Before you was there, the position played like this. While you was there, you influenced that level of change. So to sum it all up, impact, records, longevity. I think those are the minimum prerequisites he needs to get into the GOAT conversation. And I think for this year, right, I think we do need to see what type of area of the floor that he's going to be transcendent and dominant, because that's the biggest difference. Some people believe it's his skill and prowess so far they showed as a 7'4" guy. Other people like myself believe it's his ability and impact on the defensive end that's going to elevate his greatness. Or why can't it be both? Why can't he be a transcendent player offensively and defensively? Right. So that's the avenues I see Victor getting into that conversation. He needs the longevity. He needs some sort of records. And most importantly, he needs to have some sort of impact on the game of basketball. And that's it. Like, I'm not going to restrict him and say he needs to get championships. That's a team success. I'm not going to restrict him and say he needs to get a certain amount of MVPs, especially in this era where the league has been more talented. Player mobility has been as high as it is. It's going to be extremely hard for any player to get 4 to 5 MVPs. So but he does need some sort of hardware, like you mentioned before. He needs the records, he needs the longevity, he needs that impact.
No, I agree right there. Hold on, let me give a shout out to a few people. Salute to True the King, man, in the Cash App, man, and then salute to Max Pinchat in the Cash App. Max Pinchat says, "Why did I get blocked?" And I said, "Well, Max Pinchat, man. I mean, you gotta add some level of credibility to the chat if you're gonna be a chat warrior. You can't just be spamming Ticket TV name. Just market yourself, man. If you got a channel, put your own channel name in there. So you like, man, in demand. Unless you can come in here and you can show me Cash App receipts. The Ticket is paying you to market his channel over here. I unblock you. I'm probably gonna unblock you anyway. But man, you can't be over here just giving out free promo, man, for Ticket TV. He ain't even paying you. You better show me some receipts or something. Shit, you paid for it.
And Lamont, before I pass the mic, I just want to ask you this question, and you can pass it on, right? Mm-hmm. How in your estimation and proclamation, how is Victor going to revolutionize the game? Because I think people are surprised the fact that Pop is letting him play so much on the perimeter, because is Pop adapting with the time? So it's like, to me, that changes trajectory in terms of his ceiling for his offense. So in your opinion, what ways do you think Victor will revolutionize the game?
I think he's going to be the first 7-foot point guard at that size. And I think he's going to revolutionize because he's just unguardable from that position. Like the more Popovich sees him on the perimeter, the more he's going to say he's unstoppable out here. And it's just a matchup nightmare. You can't put centers out there on him. No point guard can guard him. Teams are going to have to completely sell out defensively to try to defend him. And so I think he's just going to put teams in a real tough position. Now, again, the one thing about these GOAT trajectories is that we can't never predict them. I don't think when we saw LeBron his first 3 years, we thought he would get this good. We knew he would be good, but I didn't like nobody even predicted that LeBron would be the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Like sometimes these things just don't reveal themselves until you play 12 years. And then we kind of start to see what you can do as far as the accolades, the records, and accomplishment you can break. So I just think he just needs to play, but he needs to play, and he needs to just try to be Victor Wembanyama. He can't be chasing LeBron's stats or LeBron's accomplishments, or he can't be chasing Jordan's stats or Jordan's accomplishments. Like I said, he's never gonna outdo them guys at what they did best. But man, shit, it's open panel, man. What y'all got on this, man?
I remember when Luka was supposed to be the GOAT, man. What happened to that? Is Luka still going to be the GOAT? Or is Wemby the new guy on the GOAT?
No, we didn't say he was going to be the GOAT. We said he's on a trajectory. The early portion of Luka's career, Luka's had a start to his career that's almost unmatched. If you look at how he started his career, and right, Luka hasn't even really touched the surface of what his career is going to look like, right? And the crazy thing is, he's already become so good that a lot of you guys are now judging him based on championships. Like, what year is Luka in right now?
Fifth year.
So he's in his fifth year. He's in his fifth year, and now people are already judging him based on if he's won a championship or not. We didn't put this expectation on LeBron, and there was a little bit more pressure on LeBron, but this pressure was definitely not on Kobe or Jordan. These guys didn't win anything to year 7, 8, 9, things like that. Even with Steph Curry, didn't really win anything till these guys were deep into their prime. Luka's just entering his fifth year, and we judging him on championships. That means you didn't already seen him have the individual statistical accomplishments. We didn't already seen him.
How old is Luka? How old is Luka now? How old is he?
I don't know. He's young. He's still young. He's only in his fifth year. So extremely young.
He's 25.
So what I'm saying is, when y'all,
right,
the way y'all are judging Luka, y'all are putting him on a GOAT trajectory because you already judging him like you would judge a damn near 10-year veteran. So
he's actually I just want to. Yeah, he's still pretty young. The reason I brought up Luka, not to derail it from the Wemby conversation, is
I'm sorry. He's 23.
Yeah,
no, 24.
24? Wow, he's still young.
Yeah, he just turned 24. My bad.
Yeah, but the reason I brought up Luka and alongside with Wemby, I think the issue is that we like to we like to put our expectations really high. I think Wembanyama could definitely win an MVP, a Defensive Player of the Year, have a great career. But to say he's already on that trajectory, or to say that, or if some people already say that he's going to be a definitive top 10, top 5, or GOAT player, I think that's too much. I think let's wait for his first couple of years, see how he pans out, and then base it off that, right? But not just off 4 preseason games.
5 years. I think in 5 years he's gonna be the top. He's gonna be top 10 guy. 5 years.
Bro, we don't have to see him play to project if he has the intangibles or the physical gifts to be the GOAT. We could just look at his makeup and say if his career pans out the way we believe it should pan out when you're a 7'4" wing player with a handle better than most 3s, 4s, and 5s in the league, with a jump shot better than most 4s and 5s in the league, with a off the dribble pull-up better than most 3s, 4s, and 5s in the league already, and he hasn't played in a big game. He has the intangible. He already has the physical skills.
We don't have the passing, man. What about the passing? He can pass the ball too. He got it all.
All I'm saying is we don't have to wait to make these projections. We just got it. I'm just saying my expectation for him, if he stays healthy, is he's in the GOAT conversation. That's my expectation for him. Just like we put that expectation on LeBron before he dribbled the basketball.
Getting hurt. That's the only thing stopping him is getting hurt.
Yeah, that's just the only thing. Health. That's a big if. Health. I'm 7'4" skinny. That's the only thing. But yeah, he has a skill set. I think he's in a great situation with San Antonio. And that's a big if. If he is healthy, he's definitely on that trajectory. But again, it depends on team success. It depends on if he's healthy or not. But yeah.
I mean, look who's being coached by, man. You don't think he's gonna have success by Greg Popovich? You don't think he's gonna put a roster around him?
It depends on how much longer Popovich is coaching. How old is Popovich?
Yeah, it's not
But
guaranteed that Greg Popovich is going to be here throughout his entire career.
the expectation that he's getting right now is his mind state going to be able to hold all that when everybody is saying that he is supposed to be.
Oh, he can do it. I think he can do it.
Well. To answer your question, like the thing is with expectations, all great players they only have expectations for themselves. So like we as fans or media can have expectations, but it don't matter. It's also depending on how Victor views himself as a player. And speaking of expectations, even if you're a fan or media, you have expectations for a player, you shouldn't hold that player to that set of expectations either. You should also be realistic in terms of what that player is showing you as he's playing and not just go off too much off expectations because sometimes your expectations could be unrealistic.
I think that when it comes to being considered the GOAT, I think that Wingby he would have to be entertaining to watch. Like for somebody like a Tim Duncan, on the other hand, nobody considers him the GOAT because of him not being pleasing to the eye. Same thing with Kareem. I do feel like that does matter. So I feel like if he wins an MVP, if he continues to win while being entertaining, that stuff matters. I mean, just look at Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he's extremely entertaining, and plus he's winning with the amount of charisma that he speaks in and the way that he plays. That's why people do have him top 3, and he hasn't even finished his career yet. So I do feel like being or having a charismatic play style matters. So
did you see that man dunk?
So you don't think Rudy got it?
Them people that got Patrick Mahomes top 3 need to be tested for crack cocaine.
Hey, Marvin, did you see the way he dunked on Thomas Bryant, man?
Yeah, I did. He's nice.
It's plays like that. That's what I'm saying. It's plays like that. Like sometimes.
So that's what we're doing now.
You need to no. What I'm saying is to be in this GOAT conversation. You need to over sensationalism of certain plays. Like you need to have them certain highlight. Like what he said about Tim Duncan is true. It's hard for people to elevate Tim Duncan higher than where he is because his game didn't have much shock value. So
the greatest.
So all I'm saying is with Victor Wembanyama,
I don't think he has a longevity argument. That's why he's not in the GOAT.
Who?
Tim Duncan.
No. I mean,
like 19 years.
No. Even but how long was his prime truly?
His longevity. His prime
was about 9 years. But if you count longevity.
Well, I count the way when I speak on longevity, I'm talking about like how long your prime is. So like even in LeBron's case, Kareem,
the longevity that
their
only matters.
prime longevity is like so long that you have to acknowledge it. You know what I'm saying? Like in Tim Duncan's case, his prime was 9 years. He was an excellent teammate for the latter years, right?
But it only matters with players. That only matters with players who started with GOAT expectations. The longevity is something. Like the thing is, we're on the only. There's only a handful of people in this category. Like we can. There's been very few players that started as a guy that we just thought would be really good, and he just started playing and then just became the GOAT. Like a lot of these guys start off and by their either at the end of their rookie year or before they dribble a basketball, we're saying this guy can potentially be the GOAT. So they go through their whole career with GOAT expectations. So by the end of Jordan's rookie year, I don't think Jordan came into the league with GOAT expectations, but by the end of his rookie year, that was the expectation for him. And that's
it was after the third. It was after the third year.
I think it was after the first year, because nobody expected a rookie to come in and damn near dominate the way he did scoring wise. And then, you don't
think after the second year what he did, in the first round, you don't think that?
No, because the second year he got hurt. That's why. Second year he got foot injury.
I think it was his rookie.
Yeah, but that postseason, that first round performance he put out, like,
I mean, that one good game.
That was his third year.
No, that was his second year.
No, we talking about second year. Second year he got that was he scored 60 against Boston. That was only one great game. That's it. Next game scored 19.
I'm saying after well, even still, like it wasn't like he just dropped completely off the face of the earth in that postseason. I mean, in that series.
Yeah, when you go from 60 to 19, yeah, that's a huge drop. But okay.
Hold on, we got
I don't
Sam
even
Casual,
Carter
let's
in the
talk.
chat. Sam,
But
who you
casual,
snapping
you
on in
talk.
the chat? What's going on with Sam? Sam
Hmm?
snapping on somebody in the chat, man. What's your opinion about LeBron? That's crazy.
But that's the thing, Lamar, is like I think a lot of casual people don't know how to separate their expectations from what it actually is, from reality. And sometimes expectations can ruin your perception of that athlete.
No, but the thing is, there's only a handful of players that we've at an early into their career we put GOAT expectation on. And so
Yeah, I
those
agree.
guys have delusional expectations. We put delusional expectations on LeBron. He lived up to most of the hype though. We're putting delusional expectations on Victor Wembanyama.
Well,
I
this
think the
nigga's a
question
nasty
is, can he live up to most of that hype? But that's that when we put you into that GOAT trajectory that early, nothing's sensible. These are all really delusional reaches. I mean,
Right.
he can end up being a top 25 player all time. That's a hell of a career. But we're putting delusional expectations on him. But that's what the GOAT conversation is mostly it's not something that most players can even reach. They can't even get in this conversation.
I know I wasn't tripping. Yeah, bro, you speaking on just like one game, and the only reason why he only got 19 is because he fouled out.
What you talking
Yeah,
about?
so
Whereas
yeah,
he scored
that's
in
part
the
of
first.
that part is a bad game.
My whole thing was in the second season in the first round against the Boston Celtics, which was a 3-game series. He performed so well in that one series. You could make the argument,
One
especially with
game.
the comments that Larry Bird gave about him. You can make the argument that was the starting point where it was like, okay, he could be, that good, that great to be a GOAT, right? And he was like, oh, 63 to 19. But I'm like, the nigga scored 49 in game 1, 63 in game 2. And then the only reason he scored 19 in game 3 is because he fouled out.
Wait, they got swept by Boston. They didn't win a
They
game
got
against
swept by
Boston.
Boston. It was
That's
Oh
a
only
yeah,
team
yeah,
yes,
best of
accomplishment.
five.
Man.
yeah,
It
it was
was
That's
best
a
of
team
five. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
accomplishment.
That was best of
No,
five.
no,
Best of
but
five. You're right. You're
remember
right. Best of five. You're right.
early on in your career, really, we don't really care about the winning and losing. It's about your individual
it's about
performances.
your individual performance,
And
right?
so that 63-point game, just even if he would have scored 10 points in that first game, even if he would score 5 points in that last game, that 63-point game put him on a different trajectory. That's when Larry Bird said what he said about him. And I think what he did after his rookie year put people on notice. And now people are saying, okay, this ain't a normal basketball player. So we have to give him a different set of expectations because this dude ain't normal. When I see Victor Wembanyama, when we saw LeBron, these aren't just normal run-of-the-mill players that just walk in the gym. We have to give them a new set of expectations because we have never seen Victor when we've never seen 7'4" do what he's doing. We've never seen it before. Like with Steph Curry,
Yeah, that's a fact.
as great as he was in college, we've seen 6'4" guards shoot threes. It's just hard. I mean, he's
Not
something that
like
we've
Curry
never
though.
seen. You said what?
Not like Curry though.
But what's the one thing that's hurting Curry though? The one thing that's hurting Curry is that we never put the GOAT expectation on him early. So Curry will never be the GOAT because we never labeled him in this conversation early. The guys that get labeled as the GOAT are the guys that get entered into the conversation early. Their rookie year or very early in their career, we got to see something that puts you in the conversation. You don't just play your way in the GOAT conversation. I think the fans have to kind of put you in that conversation early, well before you even hit that marker.
The expectations for Steph is like I would say like his scoring performances in the playoffs. That's what people try to do on him. And the crazy thing is like he's arguing. I think that he's probably the shortest guard to be expected to score 30 plus a night in the playoffs. So that's the thing that's a little bit weird for there. So, but yeah.
But it's great. As great as Steph Curry is, we won't never put him in the GOAT conversation.
Yeah, no.
And now that's why I say we can't wait, because we see somebody in Steph Curry, which nobody's ever going to duplicate what he's done again. He has all the championships. He has a whole bunch of records. He has a lot of records that probably won't be broken, but he still can't crack the GOAT conversation. It's because we don't put that. So again, with Victor, if we want him to be in that conversation, we have to put him in that conversation early and then give him unrealistic expectations.
And that's a unique theory, Lamont. But that's just, you also got to take into account of the guys that who had those high expectations, who didn't either do injuries or whatever. They didn't live up to the expectations. At the end of the day, you have to be on that. You have to show that level of peak. You have to show that level of greatness. The reason why Steph Curry not in the GOAT conversation is the fact that he's just not as good as those guys that's in the conversation. It's that simple.
No. I know that.
Regardless of the expectations he had in the beginning of his career, it's just he wasn't as good. So I think yes, I do agree. Majority of the guys that was in the conversation, they was given those expectations early in their career, but you still got to perform. You got to.
The GOAT conversation is like, I compare the GOAT conversation to something like, if some of you guys, if you've been in college, there's certain courses, like if you're in a real difficult major, right? There's a certain course. I remember when I was in college, it was a course called Physics 152. It was, you know what the students called it? They called it a flunk out course. It was meant to be failed. But the few kids that did pass it, there was a certain scholarships and there were certain things that was open up to them because this class wasn't meant to be passed. So us putting this GOAT expectation on Victor Wembanyama early is basically his version of a flunk out course. It's not meant for everybody to pass this test. We're setting some really high benchmarks for this guy. And it's not everybody's going to meet these benchmarks. It's meant to be failed. Do I expect him to pass or meet all of these benchmarks that will keep him in the conversation? Do I expect it? Realistically, no, because it's difficult. But if he does pass these tests early and he stays in this conversation, then he can start entering into the depths of this conversation. That's what I'm saying. It's not meant for everybody. It's not easy. It's not an easy course. So we might have had a lot of guys that we put these expectations on, but a lot of them failed because it's hard. It's hard to stay in that conversation. It's meant to be failed. And so when Wembanyama he has a lot of work to do to stay in the conversation. And that's so he has 3 years right now, to me, I believe. Win Rookie of the Year, show us what he can do as an individual player, and then the next test is going to come from year 4 on. And what did LeBron do in his year 4? He met that next benchmark very quickly. Get to the finals. So now he hit another element where we're like, damn, this man got a team to the finals year 4. And so he entered into that. So he stayed in that conversation. Then he hit another benchmark. The man lived in the NBA finals for how long? So he kept hitting benchmarks and he kept staying in the conversation. This is why he is where he is now. But that's what Victor Wembanyama is going to have to do something similar. He got to stay in the conversation because he can easily fall out.
So what would you consider at what point would you consider him a bust, or what would he have to do to be considered a bust?
That's the thing. I don't know what the benchmarks are. Like with LeBron, I don't think nobody could have predicted that he goes to all of those finals in a row. But he did it, and he created his own benchmark. He created his own narrative for success. Did he win them all? No. But he got to a shit ton of NBA finals in an era where we see teams struggle to go to back-to-back finals because of how teams can build and map out super teams. So he created his own benchmark. That's why I say Wembanyama, he can't try to chase the ghost, the LeBron ghost or the Jordan ghost and try to do what they did. He has to create something that we haven't seen and then serve it to us. Like Curry created something we never saw. And this is why he's in the conversations that he's in. Victor's just going to have to create his own lane. He can't try to chase what LeBron. He's not going to outdo what LeBron did. He's not going to outdo it.
But so I feel what you saying when you were saying that he can be dominant on both ends. Like he can be that dominant player that we've never seen that can go out here and get you buckets and can come out here and stop your best player on defense. So that wingspan, he can play pretty much anyone because he can move laterally. So You can pretty much put him on anybody that you put him. But if is he going to have the heart to shut that person or go out there and want to play that dog defense?
I mean, I think with some of the new awards coming out, I think this is going to be another element that helps Wembanyama create his own narrative with the new in-season tournament, with the Western Conference MVP awards, in the Eastern Conference MVP awards in the playoffs. So with these new awards, he can now. I think the NBA is kind of making it easier for him to create his own narrative because now they're putting new awards and new accomplishments out there for him to go get. And he's going to be one of the first to snatch some of these. You know, if he's winning this preseason tournament, if he wins this preseason tournament, mid-season tournament 10 times in a row, it might not be very significant, but it's going to be something that helps him shape out his own narrative.
I mean, that's actually a pretty good point because, I mean, who thought we would get a clutch player of the year or who thought we would ever get a Western Eastern Conference finals player of the West East Finals Award, right? So we don't know. Hell, they might turn blocks, rebounds, scoring title, all these stat titles that we give to people every year. They might turn them into actual awards. So that's actually a pretty good point. If Wemby wins those and he's the first to win these awards, that's a boost to his legacy.
If that's your criteria, but like, let's be honest, these awards they add. It don't tell you who's the better player, nor, and to be honest with you, especially today, the criteria for these awards aren't consistent. So yeah, like it helps with the narrative, but like if you're relying on accolades to justify someone being the GOAT, it's a small portion of why a person is the GOAT.
But
not
you
just
can't be the GOAT without the accolades. So you have to have accolades to even be in the conversation.
Because you got to think, even guys that don't have the necessary accolades, you still like are intelligent to understand that they have like the caliber and with
like Bill Russell.
But casual, what guy doesn't have the accolades that's in the GOAT conversation?
Oh no. Shit, I don't really think.
None.
I think Tim Duncan.
Bill Russell.
Tim Duncan.
Bill Russell don't have Finals MVP. Bill Russell don't have any Finals MVP. Defensive Player of the Year.
Have it, but what did they do? See, that's the thing. Bill Russell didn't.
They named it after
MVP because it wasn't created. But then that got created, and then now, like again, Bill Russell probably doesn't think much of the Finals MVP because it wasn't even around when he played. But they created it, and it was something for Jordan to go grab. So what do we say about Jordan? What do we say about Jordan?
6 Finals MVPs.
6 Finals MVPs. They added an award, and then you have to think about the Defensive Player of the Year awards.
Wait, Sturdy, could you say that Kobe doesn't? Could you say that Kobe doesn't have the record? Doesn't have like the necessary accolades, or Shaq?
I'll say Kobe. Hold on.
That was my whole question. Nobody on this panel believe Kobe deserves recognition for the GOAT. Nobody on this panel.
Shut up, George.
No.
What are you talking about?
I don't know what he's.
Hold on, say that again, George.
Oh, repeat your question.
I said nobody on this panel believe Kobe has the recognition to be the GOAT.
I don't.
No, you don't.
I don't think he's top 10.
I mean, when it comes to the consensus, like 3, like they of course they all have like Kareem, Jordan, and LeBron. They have like the hardware to back it up. I guess I was looking at like the 4, 5, 6, 7 spots.
Wait a minute. According to what Lamont just said, what LeBron did in his years, starting to beginning, right to the end. Right, LeBron? You just said what LeBron did 1, 2, 3, 4th year, right? So when did Kobe get to be an all-star?
Well, he was an all-star.
First year.
It was all-star second year. His second year.
Oh, my bad.
Second year, right?
He was an all-star team off the bench.
Okay, so when did Kobe win his first championship?
5th year. Something like that.
2000.
4th and 5th year.
2000. 4th year. 4th year.
His 4th year, right?
1 and 2.
His second championship.
Yeah, but
his year.
Wait, no. We're going off what LeBron, just based on what LeBron did. He said LeBron, 4th year, he took a team to the finals.
Yeah, but
Jordan, he was that's what?
George, here's the one problem that Kobe has.
No, he has no problem.
No, you're right. You were right, Sturdy. You were right, Sturdy. It was his 5th year.
George, I'm not trying to knock your point, George. I'm actually agreeing with you. I agree that by year 4, Kobe started hitting benchmarks that told us he was going to be a different player. I think
a different player, but not the GOAT.
No, but here's the problem. I think the start of your GOAT trajectory starts before you even dribble a basketball or after your first season. And so the problem with Kobe is he never came into the league with GOAT expectations, and after his first year, he had no GOAT expectations. But
that's not what Jerry West said.
Hold on, but like you said though, George, by year 4, he started showing indicators. And so what I'm saying is there's a lot of guys that simply get left out of the conversation because they didn't start their career with the expectation and they didn't get it early. And so that's what hurt Kobe, I believe. So Kobe, 2 things hurt him. He didn't start his career with any GOAT expectations. And then secondly, he mirrored his game exactly, almost identical to that of Michael Jordan.
That don't matter, man.
And
that don't matter.
And to me, he never, because one thing we haven't seen is we haven't seen 2 identical GOATs. We haven't seen a GOAT in any past era look like a GOAT of an era ahead of him. So Kareem looked different from Bill Russell.
So Lamont, did he still have to get out there and
let him finish, man. Let him finish his point.
I'm saying Kareem didn't look like Bill Russell. They played 2 different styles. Jordan looked completely different from Kareem, right? And then when you have Jordan to LeBron, look like 2 different players. And so all I'm saying is we've never seen 2 GOATs look identical, have the same style of play, same mannerisms. Like he was trying to be too identical to Jordan. He's never going to outdo Jordan at being Jordan. And I think that's one of the things that hurt him. Secondly, the thing that hurt him is he was never in the GOAT conversation at an early age. Like I know SFM, when I say Kobe, he pops up out of the shadows, is going to come in here and profess that he was. But I think we all know that Kobe, as a 13th pick, 14th pick, whatever he was, didn't come into the league with any expectations of being as good as what he was. I think that's one of the things that hurt him.
I disagree with the whole Jordan thing.
I disagree with it too.
Come on, bro. Stop it.
Okay, so
tell me George interrupted.
Tell me another GOAT. Tell me any.
It doesn't matter about
anybody that became the GOAT.
Get out there and perform.
So tell me anybody that became the GOAT,
right? Regardless, he mirrored his game out there or not. He said,
let me let True the King cook. Go ahead, True.
But you salute everybody too. But you're missing the point. You take why y'all Kobe fans always get defensive. Don't go
to no Kobe fans, bro. Stop it.
Well, it's not. I can come at LeBron James. It don't matter because first of all, I thought we were talking about.
I think he broke up.
I think he broke up. He's lagging. Yeah, but Mingle. Look, listen to what Lamont said, bro. In any sport,
I heard what Lamont said. I'm not there.
I know.
I heard what Lamont said.
Calm down. I get it. No, Kobe's a touchy topic. I get it. I'm just hearing what he said. No GOAT. There's no similarities between GOATs in any sport, bro. They have their own unique factor to it.
What does that matter, though? Explain to me what that matters, though.
I'm explaining it.
Go ahead.
So simply put, those guys who consider GOATs, regardless of the sport, they had their own legacy. They had their own identity. Unfortunately, one of Kobe's epithets is the guy that's closest to Jordan. Unfortunately, when people compare Kobe, they compare him directly to Jordan because of similar play styles and position. Because of that, his legacy would never be as good as Jordan's. That's what Lamont is saying. So when you do that, you kind of limit the ceiling of your legacy. But essentially, and it shouldn't be happening, but people do this all the time. People link Kobe's legacy to Jordan's legacy, and that's the problem.
That's in their opinion, though, right?
You done?
It's not fair. Look,
and first of all,
I'm not saying it's fair, but it is true. It's
first of all,
but it's true. You got to accept that as fact.
Okay, I got you. I understand.
And we know this.
Even Kobe, Mingo. I'm in this
conversation. You never have.
End it.
You never talk about Kobe as the GOAT, Mingo Jester.
Why not?
No, I'm saying,
Mingo, let me end it with this. Lamont, let me end it with this. Mingo, let me end it with this. Remember, Kobe said himself in the Jordan documentary. There is no Kobe Bryant without Michael Jordan. So he himself associated. No. But I'm saying, Mingo. I'm saying he himself associated his legacy with Jordan. So when you do that, it makes it harder for you to distinguish each other.
I mean,
don't make him not a GOAT.
Okay, my thing is this, but this is my thing.
Still don't make him not in the
Jordan
conversation.
mentored him. Jordan mentored him, so therefore he took a lot of stuff. He took a lot of games from Jordan, like his play style, all the other stuff that he took from him, because Jordan mentored him. Anytime Kobe had in a certain game, he'll go to Jordan for advice. Jordan would give him advice on said game or said situation. That's beside the point. That's the reason why you see a lot of the stuff that Kobe did. Kobe did Jordan did. See, that's beside the point though. My thing is Kobe still had to get out and perform though. He still had to get out there and create a legacy. No matter how many moves he stole from Jordan, he still had to get out there and create his own legacy with the 5 championships, 2 finals MVPs, all that other stuff that he did. He still had to get out there and create his own legacy. That's the point I was trying to make.
No one said he didn't. No one said he didn't.
Still not a reason not a reason for him not to be in the conversation.
The reason, well, George, one of the many reasons why George, one of the.
Let's just get.
And what else?
Hold on. Let's get George.
No, let George answer the question.
George, do you
round one has begun?
Hold on. Do you have Kobe in the GOAT conversation, George?
Yes.
Do you have Kobe as the GOAT?
No, Jordan is the GOAT.
Okay, so why do you have Jordan as the GOAT over Kobe?
Why have Jordan over the GOAT? Because Jordan has 6 championship rings. Jordan was the most dynamic player in the league ever.
Who was the second most dynamic player in the league?
Hey, Lamont, ask me that question.
Who was the second most dynamic player in the league?
Kobe Bryant.
Okay, so hold on. So George, so basically, Kobe couldn't live up to the Jordan shadow, correct?
Kobe, there was no shadow. There was no shadow. There was no shadow.
Why is Kobe the second most dynamic player in the league and not the first?
Because Michael Jordan was better than Kobe Bryant.
Why do you compare? Why do you keep comparing? So basically,
there's no reason.
So Kobe couldn't do a better version of Michael Jordan.
There's no version.
Kobe could have done surpassed.
I went to school.
Let me ask you a question, George. Hold on, George. What could Kobe have done to surpass?
Bro, ask me.
Win 2 more rings.
That's it. That's all he just had to do. Win 2 more rings.
Yeah.
So you basically the GOAT.
He's down 4 MVPs, down 9 scoring titles. How does that make sense?
9 scoring titles.
No,
the reason was, look, this is just my opinion. This is my opinion. This is just my opinion. My opinion, sir. My opinion. Why am I stuttering? Why are you? Man, I ain't gonna go with this. This is my opinion, based on my opinion. If he'd have won 2 more championships, that would have put him over Michael Jordan. To me, just my opinion. It doesn't make it right. It's just my opinion.
All right, so but the whole purpose of this conversation, George, is you don't.
See, you guys want to go by stats.
No. You don't have Kobe as the GOAT. That's the problem.
Huh? People can have their own opinions just like you don't have yours. All I'm saying is, why are you guys trying to keep somebody out of the conversation? It doesn't make sense.
Lamont.
But we're not. But we're talking about. So Kobe's retired. Kobe's not going to play another game. Where he landed is where he landed. And for you, he did not land ahead of Jordan. A guy that mirrored and copied everything that Jordan did still fell behind Jordan. So he's still not even your GOAT. We're talking about a guy that's actually playing, George. A guy that's starting his career.
I get that.
No, but what you're doing is hold on, George. This is not this is not a Kobe conversation. This is not to slight Kobe. The one fact is is that Kobe fell short of passing Michael Jordan in the GOAT conversation. However you want to slice it, even in your ranking, Kobe didn't pass Jordan. So the thing is, he fell short of being a better version of Jordan. Because like I said before, it's hard when you try to go duplicate another player. It's hard to do what they did better. If somebody comes into the league trying to duplicate everything LeBron does, playing style and all, it's going to be hard for them to duplicate what LeBron James did and be better at what LeBron did. It's going to be damn near impossible. So again, you're not going to duplicate the guy that you're copying. It's just going to look like a dubbed version of it. And we know what dubbed versions.
Unless you have the skill set.
Okay, so hold on, SFM. So you got Kobe as the GOAT over Jordan.
Can I talk?
Do you have Kobe as the GOAT over Jordan?
No, because of impact. Because of impact. Because the impact.
No, but we're gonna simplify it. The reason why he didn't pass Jordan is because again, his legacy is too connected to Jordan. His legacy is always connected to Jordan. And that's one of the things that stopped him. He's never going to be.
Bro, he's still top 3. He's still top 3 all time.
I'm not talking about top 3. I'm not. This is not a top 3 or where he ranks or where you want to rank him because you just like the way he played. We're talking about his potential to be the GOAT. You don't. If he's not the GOAT or if he's not still dribbling the basketball and can go be the GOAT, then we don't need to be talking about Kobe because Kobe can no longer dribble a basketball and hoop. Where he fell and where he ended is where he ended. And for most people, it's between 3 to 15. That's for most people. That's not the GOAT. That's 3 to 15. So leave him where he belongs. 3 to 15. We're talking about. Did you see the thumbnail? The thumbnail has Jordan, LeBron, and Victor Wembanyama. It has Jordan and LeBron specifically because that's the consensus 1 and 2 for most people all time. That's the consensus. Whether you might disagree with that, but we're talking about the overwhelming consensus of people have LeBron and Jordan as the 1-2 of all time. That's why I put both of their faces on it. Kobe is not one of those two faces, unfortunately.
But see, Lamont,
this is not a Kobe conversation. We're not talking about guys that want to be copied.
I know we're not, bro. Can I say something? Can I say something? Can I say something, Lamont?
Hold on.
Just hold on.
Y'all keep talking about Kobe like it's really a conversation.
No, we're not even talking about Kobe. I'm here to respond to your point.
All right.
Anybody can play like anybody if they can duplicate that skill.
Yo, one mic.
So this is my thing, Lamont. So you talking about Kobe? I mean, you talking about Jordan and LeBron, and you saying if Wemby can pass them. But my thing is, shouldn't Kareem be out there too? Because you said accolades, you said that. You said Kareem got 6 rings.
But Mingo, there was a point in time where Kareem was the GOAT. But what happened with Kareem? He got passed by Jordan. He got passed by LeBron. So he's no longer the GOAT.
To me, he didn't get that about LeBron.
Kareem became the GOAT by doing something completely unique and independent of Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell.
When Magic Johnson got in the league,
and then when Jordan passed Kareem, Jordan didn't have to go throwing up sky hooks to pass Kareem. He just had to go beat Jordan. But then with LeBron, for some people, he didn't have to go shooting turnaround fadeaways and scoring champions to be the GOAT. He just had to
he didn't have the skills.
And so what we talking about is Wembanyama. He has all of the gifts and attributes to be the GOAT, I believe. Now what we have to see is, can he pave out his own narrative, his own legacy, his own lane into being the GOAT himself? And like all I'm saying is, if he's going to do that, he can't try to go follow the footsteps of a LeBron or a Jordan, trying to copy what they did if that's his goal. He can go out trying to play like a Jordan or Kobe or trying to play like LeBron, but he's going to only come up short. He has to be something that we've never seen before. And salute to the locker room, man, pulling up in the chat, man.
Be yourself,
Just lying.
Be yourself.
I love Kobe, but that's why he fell short of being the GOAT. He copied Jordan too much.
Bro. Oh my God, bro. Hold on, Lamont, bro. Hold on, bro. Bro,
There
I
we go.
remember it, bro. It was a point in time, bro. It was a point in time, bro. Like it's just horrible every time I come up on here, bro. Cause I don't try to talk too much with casuals, bro. So like, I'ma just put it like this, bro. First off, LeBron, he didn't even have the skill set to try to even play like Mike. A lot of dudes didn't have the skill set to try to play like Michael Jordan. A lot of people couldn't put it on work and put it on wax to play like Michael Jordan. See, Kobe Bryant, with his early years, he was like from 20 to 23, he was already getting compared to. Bro, somebody fix that mic, bro. Somebody fix the static, bro. Come on, bro. Y'all can't be
It's
at
Jimmy.
work trying. Y'all can't be at work trying to be on the live, bro. Come on, bro.
Was that
Bro,
him?
come
Yeah,
on,
but
bro. So look, so look,
nobody
so look.
considers
This what I'm.
Kobe the great.
This what I'm asking. This what I'm trying to say, bro.
Was
You
Kobe
can you
ever
could play
the
like
GOAT?
these dudes. You could play like these dudes, but you have to have the skill set to play like these dudes. You got to actually put it down on work to
Okay, so
copy somebody. Hold on. To copy,
are you saying LeBron don't have the skill set to be in the GOAT conversation?
he didn't have the skill to set to be compared to Mike, especially not early
Okay,
on
no,
at
hold on.
all. At
But
all.
the only guys. See, what I'm saying to USFM is the only guys that can not only get compared to Mike, but the guys that to have a realistic shot of passing Mike up. You cannot be duplicating Mike, because the one thing that Kobe showed you, and you even admitted this, as good as Kobe was, he never could do the version of Michael Jordan that was better than Michael Jordan himself. So the thing is, the only way you can actually pass Mike or even have a shot of passing Michael Jordan is if you look completely different. The one thing LeBron does, LeBron looks completely different from Michael Jordan. It's the games look too. So now we have two separate things to actually compare, and that's all we saying. I'm saying Kobe just looks too similar to Jordan. You yourself said you have Jordan over Kobe, so he never outdid Jordan.
But what is
So,
that? What is that supposed to say? That's supposed to be a
so
knock.
what I'm
That's
saying
not a
is
knock.
for Victor, the whole point of this
That's a huge
conversation
knock.
is that Victor Wembanyama, the only way he can pass the LeBrons or the Jordans, whoever you have up there, Jordan or LeBron, he can't try to be identical to those guys, because Kobe was the prime example of when you try to be identical to one of those GOATs, it never plays out well for you at the end of your career, because your legacy is now tied to that player's legacy. And you even admit it. And even as Mingo Jester admitted, Kobe and even George admitted, Kobe fell short of chasing Jordan, because now you have to meet all of the accolades, all of the championships, all of the standards of Jordan. You have to meet that and then try to do it better. He never lived up to that. He lost in the finals. There were finals where he wasn't clutch like Jordan. Jordan was perfect, so he was never going to live up to Jordan in the finals. He was never going to match him with the finals MVPs. He never. So all of the metrics, all of the chasing Jordan just has him looking crazy, because he's never going to live up to that. With LeBron, because
Jordan
he went a different route,
to be on the
LeBron could actually lose in the finals and still have a chance of passing up Jordan. LeBron created his own narrative. That's all he's saying.
No, he can't.
Oh, hold on, but we expect you to say that because you're a Kobe guy. We're
No,
not talking about we're not talking about
in his game.
individuals.
Hold on. His game, Michael Jordan, his game didn't take 10 years. It
Salute
didn't
to
take
Mr.
him.
Skinny as
Hold
well,
on.
man. I
Let me
saw
say this.
Skinny
It didn't take him no 10 years to mature his game. LeBron from 2003 up until 2012 was the
Bro,
same player.
that has nothing to do with the
His game hadn't
conversation.
had matured. He
Again,
didn't
that
even
has
have the
nothing to
skill
do.
set Michael Jordan
It
had.
has nothing to do with the
Right?
conversation, because here's the thing. The only thing LeBron had to do was be LeBron. See, the thing is, I'm only talking about a handful of players that came into the league with GOAT expectations. The unfortunate reality with Kobe is when he came into the league, he was not. There was no GOAT expectations placed on him.
He was getting compared to Michael out the gate,
No, he
bro.
was not getting compared to
Yes, he
Michael
was,
his first year in the league. No, he was not.
Bro,
That's first year in the league from the bench.
His third year. What does that mean?
And what did I say?
His third year.
I said there are certain
his third year.
benchmarks. I said there are certain benchmarks that you need to hit between years 1 and years 3. I said only benchmark that Victor needs to hit right now, just win Rookie of the Year, and then create an identity. And then we saw LeBron do that. Then when that 4th year hits, now you have to start creating your own benchmarks. What did LeBron do in year 4 that created his own benchmark? Got a team to a
He
finals.
got to the finals.
Now, look, for Kobe in his own right,
and played horrible.
but now in Kobe in his own right,
Man, chill.
Kobe in his own right, he did what in his fourth year?
Repeated.
No.
Repeated.
In the fourth year, he was the second best player on the championship team.
But the one thing that hurt
He didn't win the championship his fourth year. Remember?
He was definitely not top 5 in 1999.
No, fourth year is not, bro. His fourth year is not 1999, fool. He came into the league in 96.
His
4
fourth
years.
season.
Fourth season is not 99, bro. You do the math. 96 to
96, 97.
That's 2000, bro. That's 2000.
99, 2000. That's fourth year.
96, bro.
99,
2000
this is
19, bro. 1996.
Yeah, why y'all arguing about that, bro? Let's move on.
Bro, these niggas is retarded. Bro, these niggas is retarded. Bro, 1996. Bro, hold on, bro. We're talking about 1996. We talking about his first 4 years. His first 4 years was in 2000, bro. 2000. By the time the year 2000, he won the championship.
SFM 99 2000 is his fourth season.
Fourth year season, like
man, you're arguing silly stuff, man.
It was
99 2000 is his fourth season.
Yeah, he was top 5, and he finished top 5 at Defensive Player of the Year voters.
Hey, bro,
his
99, nigga.
Hold on, y'all.
99 through 2.
Hold on, SFM. This is not a Kobe a marathon where you just come up here and you start rambling and raving about his accomplishment. This is remember, we're only talking about 2 players that are in the GOAT conversation. Kobe is not one of them. He is not. Man.
Who in the GOAT conversation? Who the second? Hold
on. But let it go, SFM. Let that shit go. Kobe, rest in peace. Not in the GOAT conversation, never was. Let that shit ride, bro. The more y'all try to force it, y'all try to force it and try to create these narratives, it just make y'all look silly and y'all just really disrespect.
No, you have a narrative to demolish Kobe.
No, that's not demolishing Kobe because what you're trying to do
I've been on this channel for 2 years.
You're trying to force it. All I say about Kobe is the one thing that hurt him from being in that true conversation is that he tried to duplicate Jordan. He was never going to outdo Jordan. And you guys, you already admitted he never outdid Jordan. So that therefore, by default, he's no longer in the GOAT conversation. He was never going to be a better version of Jordan than Jordan. He's out the conversation. You went and tried to duplicate the man, you failed. The good thing about LeBron is LeBron was the type of player when he played, we talked about it as if we'd never seen this before. So because it was new, it had the shock value. He created his own benchmarks to craft a legacy, and it was unique and of his own. And he paved his own way to get into that conversation. And for many people, they have him at the number 1 spot. Like, we're not talking about your own individual feelings. We know
the
you
low IQ below crew.
No, but we know you don't have him as the GOAT. I'm not talking about your own individual.
I don't even got him top 10.
I know, but what I'm saying is we're talking about the overall consensus. He's a top 2 player in NBA history at worst. Get your own feelings out of it.
What? I will say, Lamont, too. Speaking of this conversation too, right? Like, thanks, SFM reminded me too. In order to be a GOAT, especially in basketball, bro, if you don't have a legit argument for being the best at your position, you have no argument being the GOAT. None.
Thank you.
Like, that's fuck Kobe. Hold on, fuck Kobe. Fuck Kobe. That applies to Bird. That applies to Karl Malone. That applies to Moses Malone. That applies to any person that does not have a legit argument to be the best at your position.
But see, the thing is,
I don't get what you're saying about that, bro. Because Tim Duncan, the best to ever play the four. Lamont, you didn't let me talk one time.
What are your thoughts on Victor Wembanyama? Because you keep talking about
I have to see him, bro. I have to see him play in the regular season, bro. I don't know. I'm not, bro.
What do you project?
Bro, he's 7'4". He's 7'4". He's something that we ain't never seen before on the way that he moving all that. He could for sure be a top 5 team.
Where do you project he can fall in NBA history?
Well, 15 years from now. Let me think. Bro, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Top 50, bro.
I think he can be the GOAT,
bro. Bro, no, bro. I just seen this boy, bro.
What you mean you just seen him?
I just seen him. Like, I'm just now seeing him play. Like, how can I just project it, bro? He is 19 years old.
Okay.
He is a rookie, bro.
Yeah, but but what I've said, what did I start this conversation out with? There are a handful of players in NBA history where they come into the league with a certain set of intangibles and gifts that separate them from everybody else we've ever seen. LeBron's athleticism, Jordan's athleticism and skill set, Victor Wembanyama, the length, the size, 7'4" at the guard position. It's something we've never seen before. So
Bro,
when
we
you
said
come
the
in,
same thing about Kevin Durant, bro.
no, hold on. But when you come in with intangibles and attributes that we've never seen before, we give you unrealistic expectations. And like Kevin Durant, obviously he came in that, but did he live up? Did he maintain staying in the GOAT conversation? No, he fell out of it.
Okay, and bro, he was never in the GOAT conversation. And first off, bro, I'm just using Kevin Durant as the example. Yeah, these
Kevin
dudes
Durant coming into the league, people said he could potentially be the GOAT. Did he live up to the hype?
Nah, bro. Nah, I wasn't hearing none of that, bro. I wasn't hearing none of that, bro.
Hey, Lamont.
Child.
Oh yeah, what up, locker room, man? What's good?
What's good, Lamont? But before I address the topic, do you mind if I readdress what we talked about on the when you did the top 10 list show?
Oh no. Go ahead.
Okay, so you remember how I came on the show, right? And I was like, yo, how the hell is like guys like Joel Embiid in the top 10 and a guy like I had Jamal Murray in my top 10 and I got laughed off the panel, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, you had Jamal Murray and Jaylen Brown. Both of niggas.
Right. So Lamont, I pulled up some information, right? Like I said, these guys, I don't know if they watch the sport, right? But remember, Lamont, my criteria was I don't really put too much stock into what you do in the regular season, right? I combine the regular season and then I combine the playoffs to form my, opinions, right? So Lamont, to me, a testament to a player's greatness is when they elevate in the playoffs, right? So last season, this was Jamal Murray's stats in the regular season. He was 24-6. In the playoffs, Lamont, in 20 games, he elevated. He went to 26 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds in the playoffs, and he won the title. A guy like Joel Embiid, just to contrast, Lamont, Joel Embiid last year, he averaged what? 31, 12. Let me see. I had it pulled up. Joel Embiid averaged 31.
He averaged 33, 10,
30. Hold on. Joel
65%.
Embiid last year, Lamont, was 33, 10, and 4. Lamont, in the playoffs, he fell to 24 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks in 9 playoff games last season. So the difference between Jamal last season, Lamont, Jamal elevated his play when it really mattered. Joel Embiid's play fell off.
Hey, Lamont, can I ask him a simple question? Can I ask him a very simple question? Hey,
Wait, hold on. Lamont, what do you think about that?
Oh, well, I just think that for me, for me, this is what I always do. When I see, especially a guy that was the MVP of the league, and I do this with all players, when I see a significant decline in production, I always have to say, okay, what happened? Is there something else going on? Did the other team just play stellar defense? What happened there? And I just think when I looked at that situation, the one thing we easily find out is that Joel Embiid wasn't 100% healthy. And so I think his health tied, because Joel Embiid was unstoppable all year. To believe that all of a sudden he goes into the playoffs and just is no longer an unstoppable force just doesn't make sense. The sensible thing is the point. I mean, and again, injuries is not always the best excuse, but in his case, when you see that type of decline in productivity and production, you have to look towards the injury. And I think that's what happened there. I mean, he's a highly productive player. He was the MVP, and his production fell off because of the injury. Now, look, Murray's production went up, and I talked about the Denver Nuggets last year. I said one of the elements of having a successful championship run is there's a lot of luck involved. You have to stay healthy. And Murray, fortunately, for one of the first times in his career, was able to stay healthy during that run. And because of that, he was able to elevate into the playoffs. And I think Embiid has always been on the lucky side of this in the playoffs. It seems like when the playoffs come around, it's some weird injury that comes around that just completely nullifies his productivity, and he just can't be the same Joel Embiid. And that's just how it's been.
Lamont, you being way too nice. You being way too nice. Hold on, Cassie. Oh, my fault. I just need to answer this one question, locker room. Just one question. Why is Jaylen Brown your top 10 based off that Jamal Murray logic?
Hold on. Lamont, here's what I say in response.
Jaylen Brown top 10. That's horrible, bro.
Hold on. Here's what I say, Lamont, to what you just said, right?
I can tell you why.
So for example,
hold on.
Nikola Jokic last season, right? 25, 12, and 10 in the regular season. You get to the playoffs, Lamont, in 20 games. Once again, he elevated his play, 30 points,
Lamont,
14 rebounds.
You will let him duck my question, Lamont?
In 20 games in the playoffs. So Lamont, so I got Joel Embiid career. This is his career playoff stats. For his career averages in the playoffs, he's played 53 playoff games. His career averages in the playoffs are significantly lower than what his career averages are in the regular season. So what does that say, Lamont? That says that there is consistency to him falling off once the playoffs come. So I can't give you the last season he was injured. I can't give you almost that, Lamont.
I know, but that's what I said with Joel Embiid, and that's why I said he's been one of the most unluckiest players I've seen. Is because it seems like almost every time the Sixers have been in a position where we can say this team can make a solid playoff run, he gets hurt. So the one thing that's been consistent with the man, and the one biggest knock that you can label him with, is that he's injury prone late in the season, and it's affected his ability to be productive going into the playoffs. I don't think he's just trash when the playoff hits. It's the injuries that are affecting his ability to be productive, it just happens at the worst time. And that's what I said. Sometimes being injured is unfair, but it can diminish who you are as a player, and other guys can pass you up. I understand that. So I just think he's just been unlucky. He's been injury prone, but for me to say, it's like, would I 100% comfortably say that Jamal Murray is a better player than Joel Embiid because of it? I can't do that.
Okay,
I can't do that.
Here's what I say, right, to the topic. I agree.
Nah, fuck that. Nah, fuck that. Hold on, Lamont, hold the fuck up, bro. Hold the fuck up. Why'd you let that man spew that bullshit and then don't get checked up on him, Lamont? That's not the fuck we do.
Okay, what's you got to check him on? Crazy.
I just asked him a simple ass question, and you keep allowing the boy to dodge the shit.
Right, what's the question? Hold on, what's the question?
Based off his logic on Jamal Murray, why does he have Jaylen Brown in the top 10?
So you got to answer.
Yeah, bro. Why is Jaylen Brown in your top 10, bro? Let me hear your top 10.
Said, Lamont, to the topic of the show.
Can I hear your top 10, bro?
Hold on.
No, it's not that show, bro. Go rewatch the last show. Like I said, Lamont.
No, bro, it's worth it. Nigga, to start the topic, nigga.
Lamont,
bro, y'all gotta let him answer the question.
You're right, Lamont. I'm just saying, Lamont. We talking about Victor. And then locker room came on the panel and want to bring back
let him answer the question.
I was talking. I listen, Lamont. Like I said, I just wanted to rehash that specific topic from the last.
Sturdy, I still have his 10.
Let him finish. Let him finish. Let him answer the question.
To the topic of the show, like I said, I agree.
So Lamont, you're gonna let the boy slide? Okay.
I agree that Victor. I agree that
he's not
Victor
even talking about
has GOAT potential, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I came in Kobe. I came in middle of the show. Y'all was referring to Kobe or whatever. I'm hearing guys on the panel say that, Kobe. Y'all. I heard somebody say Kobe's skill set was LeBron didn't have the skill set. No, Kobe didn't have the skill set of LeBron. Like I don't understand what we're watching.
That's crazy, bro. What are you talking? What are you talking about? What I'm watching, bro? He couldn't even make mid-range.
Answer the question. You going on this other stuff, bro? Answer the question.
When it comes to
let him finish, y'all. Let him finish.
When it comes to the game of basketball, it's like dudes only look at how well a guy can shoot. Like there's more facets to the game than shooting a mid-range fucking jump shot. There's more to the game than that. But it's like dudes are so infatuated with the way dudes score. Like I say, a lot of you niggas sound like y'all had crushes on Kobe. Y'all love the way he it's like, to me, Lamont, what and I've said this on my show before. These guys, they found Kobe's game more aesthetically pleasing.
I agree.
But that doesn't make it more effective. And
so you say that
they're conflicting.
Bro, this man on two different topics.
Let him finish, bro. Let him finish, man.
Now let the nigga
Hold
go.
on, hold on, Mr. Moss. I'm about to create a spot for you, Mr. Moss. Give me 1 second.
All right, bet. So Lamont. So, from your perspective as a host, Lamont, did he answer my question or even address my question at all? No,
he didn't. So what I was going to do is I was going to give him a little bit more context real quick. So here's just to go quickly back to the Joel Embiid thing. All right. So we have Joel Embiid in the 2020 and 2018 playoffs. In 2018, he suffered an orbital fracture to his left eye, missing the final 8 games of the regular season, and he went into the playoffs with that eye injury. That's why it's mean unlucky. When you go into 2019, he goes into the playoffs. He gets diagnosed with left knee tendonitis and left knee soreness. And then he also in the playoffs got some type of weird stomach virus and a respiratory infection. Unlucky. When you go to 2020, he rolled his ankle. He had a severely sprained ankle going into the playoffs or during the playoffs. Then you go into 2021. He got diagnosed with a knee injury. It was a tear in the meniscus, and that was in 2021. He still returned, and even when he returned on a torn meniscus, he averaged 30 points and 12 rebounds. And then last year, he had a knee sprain. And again, that's what impacted his ability, and especially in that second round. So when you go 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2023, when we look to his decline in production, which in a lot of these playoff series, there was no significant decline, because in 2021, he still averaged 28 and 10. And that was back in 2021. And then you can look back to other years, like in 2021, where, you know, even after the injury, his production actually went up to 30 and 12 rebounds. I don't know if last year was him just playing bad in the playoffs. It always points back to injuries with him. That's impacting it. And he's had 5 years of just injuries, odd injuries that pop up at the wrong time that it hurt him. So
Lamont, that's an excuse, man.
I know.
Man, Lamont.
Injuries. To me, injuries aren't an excuse. Injuries add context, especially if you're gonna either call a guy trash or especially if you're gonna call a guy a bad playoff performer. Before I put that label on you, I'm gonna try to see if there's context to it before I put that label on you, right? And so, just like with Jamal Murray, there's a lot of labels we could have put on this man because of his injuries, but we use context with the injuries, and we don't apply a lot of these labels to him because his career has been injury riddled. So he's kind of gotten a pass from a lot of the labels that most players get who go through that many injuries. That's all.
Like I said, Lamont, I can't give it to you, man, because when you look at for his career, there's been a constant drop off from what he plays in the regular season to how he plays in the playoffs. And then on top of that, I really can't give it to you because, like I said, he's been in the NBA now 10 years, Lamont. Mm-hmm. You cannot be the third best player, in my opinion, in the NBA, and you've never been out the second round. You've been in the NBA a decade. Like you said earlier, Lamont. But LeBron, you said Victor by year 4, he got to do, you know, what LeBron and Kobe did by year 4. LeBron got to the finals in year 4. Kobe got a title in year 4, his first championship, right? You've been in the league a decade and you can't get out the second round?
Well, fortunately for Joel Embiid, fortunately for Joel Embiid, there's no GOAT expectation. And then 2, players like Dirk and certain players have showed us that you don't have to, as long as you win one championship at any point in your career, it can shake a lot of the stigma that is attached to you. So for Joel Embiid right now, because there's no aspirations of him being the GOAT. So again, his aspiration now or his legacy is just going to be based on stats, having an impact on centers in this era, And then if he can win a championship, that's going to change the dynamics of where we look at with his legacy. But at this stage, he just needs one. Once you get one and shake that stain from your resume, you're good.
But how many people? But Lamar, how many people we can say that? Like, let's talk about all the other players that had like injuries. Like Giannis had an injury in 2021, and he still through it all still went to go win a championship, and he was dealing through his injuries through the playoffs. Like he's not the only one to go through injuries in the playoffs. We just seen dudes go through injuries in the playoffs and win championships, bro. Like, bro, if your injury ain't so much significant, like to me on the level of Kawhi Leonard, then like, bro, what's the excuse, bro? Like,
but the thing,
and Lamont,
but y'all acting like we ranking Embiid in some category that he don't belong. Embiid's where he belongs. But a lot of people don't even believe he was MVP last year.
But Lamont, when you try to put him in the
Lamont, I want to cut to the chase. That question is ridiculous, bro.
Lamont, let me cut to the chase. Lamont, no, Mac Def, real talk. I don't know why Lamont is acting funny and letting this shit slide. I don't know why. This FYF, we cook bad takes all the time. We cook bad takes all the time.
I'm trying to wait on you to cook it. I don't know what angle.
I've been waiting for the nigga to answer my question, Lamont. And you constantly let the nigga slide.
So the nigga won't even name his top 10.
Here's what's about to happen. No, he did. He did already. SFM. So here's what's about to happen, Lamont. Ask this question one more time. So if he does duck the question, Lamont, I'm just gonna drop money in Cash App. So I have an open debate. And if he's too pussy to do it, then that's on him. So here's the question again. Here's the question again. Who's the question again?
That's 30.
30, nigga. Remember, here's the question again. Based off your logic, why do you have Jaylen Brown in your top 10?
Because he was the second best player on the team that was one of the final four teams in the NBA standing last year. And consistently, he beats Joel Embiid.
Bro, hold on.
Hold on. Is that simple? So based off that dumbass logic, where's Bam Adebayo? A guy who was the second best player on the team that finished second.
Bam Adebayo is not better than Jaylen Brown, sir.
That's not what I asked you.
Go check.
That's not what I asked you.
Go check.
That's not what I asked you. Criteria locker room.
No. Listen, Lamont. Like I said, you dudes are a joke.
He played better than him in that series.
You have to take everything into account, bro.
Oh, now is everything. Okay, now is everything.
You gotta take production into account too. Production wise, Jaylen Brown is better.
Yeah, and production wise, Bam was better than him in that series.
Jaylen Brown. Hold on. According to your logic, Jamal Murray is in the top 10 because his production went up. But last year, Jaylen Brown production went down in the playoffs.
Okay.
So
that's the only thing you got?
No. So based off your idiotic logic, right?
No, that wasn't that.
If Jaylen Brown, I know it wasn't. I'm bringing it all together. So if Jaylen Brown's stats went down, and Bam Adebayo played better than him, and his team finished in the finals, and Jaylen Brown finished in Eastern Conference Finals, how the fuck is it Bam ranked over Jaylen Brown based off that?
Listen. Okay, if you want to have Bam Adebayo ranked over Jaylen Brown, bro.
No, this your list.
Nobody, like, I'm telling you, if you ask me what I think, then I'm going to give you what I think. Why are you trying to debate me about what I think? You can think what you want to think. I don't really give a fuck.
No, I'm not debating
bro,
shit.
You can't run from no debate, bro.
Hold on, SFM. I ain't debating shit right now. What we are doing is the obvious, pointing out your idiotic, inconsistent logic.
I'm taking Jaylen Brown over Bam. That's what I think. If you want to take Bam, you can have Bam.
What we saying? Your criteria is nonsense. Then your criteria is inconsistent.
Guess what?
Period.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Where do you rank him as a shooting guard? Where do you rank Jaylen Brown as a shooting guard, bro?
Bro, Lamont.
Bro, where do you rank him as a shooting guard, bro? Hey, bro, what's up with these niggas, bro? Running, bro. Where do niggas start running from debates now, bro? That's what's going on F5 Sports now. These niggas running from debates, bro. When this shit start happening, bro?
Fight back, locker room. Fight back, nigga.
The nigga scared to give his opinion because he don't even want to debate with nobody, bro. What type of shit this is, bro? Bro, what did you have him ranked as a shooting guard?
That's his criteria, and if he want to have
inconsistent ass criteria,
Jaylen Brown
inconsistent ass criteria,
he can have Jaylen Brown top 10.
Lamont, this is Bam Adebayo stats in the playoffs last year. This is Bam stats.
So you based
18
off
and
of
10.
stats.
Yeah.
18 and 10. His production
Double.
dropped off from the
Hold on. Let me
regular season to the playoffs. His production dipped.
What's Jaylen Brown's stats?
Jaylen Brown stats in the regular season, he was 27, 7, and 4.
What he did in the playoffs? Okay, what he did in the playoffs?
Hold on, nigga. Bam was 20, 10, and 29 and 3.
Okay, let's go to the playoffs.
If you want to take Bam out of bio over Jaylen Brown, be my fucking
Go
guest.
to the playoffs. We going off your criteria. You said yourself, nigga. The regular season don't matter. What you do in the playoffs. So what is Jaylen Brown stats in the playoffs?
Season and the playoffs, nigga. Do I need to give you Jaylen's playoff stats? Goofy.
Yes,
nigga.
Jaylen's playoff stats.
That what you did for Embiid. That what you did for Bam Adebayo.
Hold on, this Lamont. That's what I'm saying. You got casuals. It's easy,
bro. You the one running from debate. How you calling somebody a casual, bro? Who is this nigga, bro?
Jaylen Brown in the playoffs last year, 23, 6, and 3.
So his production went down.
His production went down. Dummy.
And so did Bam's, nigga. And Jaylen still averaged more. Fuck is you saying?
Can I let me just break this down,
bro.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me just break it down so we can understand. Locker room. Now, you can have whatever opinion you have.
No. Fuck that. I just gave
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
Bro, don't be talking hard, bro. And you scared to debate, bro. Don't be talking about fuck that and calling people casuals and you scared to debate, bro.
You can have whatever opinion you want.
You're not listening. I literally just broke it down for you. Jaylen has better regular season numbers, and then when we get to the playoffs, he got better numbers in the playoffs.
Correct, but they both drop based on your criteria. If a guy drops in the playoffs, he cannot be ranked that high. That's your criteria.
I wish I could hear your top 10, bro.
You want to argue with me about a nigga who's inferior to Jaylen Brown? You could have at least picked a better player.
Hold on. Let's break this down. Hold on, Sturdy. Let me break this down. Who's better defensively? Who's better defensively?
Bro, I got
answer the
Jaylen
question.
Brown, my nigga.
Bro,
answer the question.
Hey, y'all, the stats do favor him.
Bro, you scared, bro. Just hop about that water, bro.
Yeah, he asked.
Bro, you nervous, bro. I hear it in your voice, bro.
He can't even answer the question.
Hey, bro, listen, bro. All that loud mouth talking, bro, is cool, bro, but ain't nobody going for this shit that's been on here, bro. You're nervous, my guy. You're nervous. I can hear it in your voice.
You stupid nigga. If you don't want to listen to it, that's on you.
Let me ask something. Do you have Jaylen Brown over Devin Booker in your top 10?
See now see Lamont. This is what they do.
Okay. Stop it. All right. So look. I'm gonna ask you. You were just talking about regular season and playoff production, right?
Now he asking me about Devin Booker.
Bro, nah, because you in that water. How about that water, bro? Leave the panel, nigga. If you don't want to debate, nigga, you're scared, bro. You're scared of the boy,
bro. You gotta answer the question, cuz you can't run.
This nigga is scary, bro. He's scary, bro.
Locker room, you gotta answer the question, cuz.
He got cooked.
All right, one mic. Listen, hold on, one mic.
He just brought up regular.
And in the playoffs, you sound stupid.
Bro, y'all already knew. Hey, Mars, you already knew what I was gonna get at. Mars, you already knew what I was gonna get at, bro.
Hold on, bro.
I'm finna tell y'all. I'm finna tell
It's
y'all.
on Mr. Moss anyway. He pulled
locker
up, man. I'm
room.
trying to get to Mr. Moss.
I'm finna
Tell
tell
him
y'all.
top 10.
Real quick. I'm finna tell y'all locker room's top 10. Okay, so that
Go
y'all
ahead.
don't have y'all not.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Okay, at number 1 is Nikola Jokic because he just won a championship.
Thank you.
At number 2, it's LeBron James.
Let him get through it.
3 is Giannis Antetokounmpo. At number 4 is Anthony Davis. At number 5 is Stephen Curry. At number 6 is Jason Tatum. 7 is Jamal Murray. 8th is Jimmy Butler. 9th is Jaylen Brown. 10th is Kawhi Leonard.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yo, Lamont. Here's how this works, bro. Lamont, here's how this works.
Hold on now. To be fair about that list, it's all based on how we project the players to play this upcoming
No,
season.
that was not his. No, that was
That's not what he said, Lamar. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't try to mix up what he said, Lamont.
I
Don't
just
try to
watched
say
that
this
stream,
nigga.
Mike. That was not his criteria.
Yes, it was.
If he in that water, let him drown. Let him drown himself. You ain't no lifeguard.
Lamont, hey, y'all cousins. Hey, Lamont, you and locker room cousins. Our family.
Hold on, locker room, man. Am I right or wrong?
They
Hold on. The
Lamont,
whole
they
conversation that day was based on
That
what
was
we
your
project those
criteria.
players to do.
That was
this
your
season.
criteria, Mike. You asked locker room specifically, what is your criteria for having this? He said for the majority of the people that was in his list. No, he said all of the players that was in his list. It was the best 2 players from the final 4 teams, which is why I asked, where the fuck is Bam?
Hey, like I told you, you're not listening, stupid nigga.
Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
Listen. Fucking KD from 2019.
Listen.
I'm not doing this with this nigga, bro.
Listen. I'm gonna say this one more time. Why you chose to argue for Bam Adebayo is beyond me. I'm gonna explain it to you one more time. Just listen slowly. Jaylen Brown in the regular season, 27-7-4. In the playoffs, 23-6-3. Bam in the regular season is 29-3. In the playoffs, he was 18-10-4. Jaylen Brown has better stats, better numbers in the regular season and in the playoffs. And guess what? His team was better in the regular season. Wasn't no fucking playing team who had to go on some Cinderella run to get to the fucking finals.
I didn't give a shit. Well, no, I didn't give a shit. I didn't give a shit that you put JB over a Bam, because I don't give a shit. I think the list is stupid as shit anyway. My position was if you're gonna have JB there, if you're gonna have Jamal Murray there, if you're gonna have Tatum so high, if you're gonna have AD so high, if you're gonna have Bron so high, bitch, put Bam in there.
But he just explained it, though. He did explain it.
Lamont, you want to know what's funny, right?
Bro, he explained it, but
let me just say this.
Lamont want to say these games.
Lamont, let me say this real quick. You know what's funny, right? When Jamal Murray wins a title as the second best player, Lamont, you want to know what's funny?
I can't hear you.
Lamont, when Jamal Murray wins a title as the second best player, he averages 26-7-6. And he wins a title as the second best player, they laugh when I say he's top 10. But these the same niggas that'll sit on a panel and debate with you for 7 hours about Kobe fucking Bryant. The same niggas.
Bro. Your criteria.
No, Lamont.
Bro, your criteria is stupid, bro.
Kobe's the GOAT. They'll sit here and say Kobe's better than Bron. It's easy work.
Lamont. I got it simple. Let's give it simple.
26-7-6 and won a title as the number 2 option, but yet you sit on a panel with Lamont and argue for Kobe Bryant.
Lamont, let's keep it. Lamont, let's keep it simple, Lamont, because you want to play these games, Lamont. You want to try to save the nigga. Let's play these games, Lamont. I got $25. I got $25 right now for debate. Right now for this nigga. $25. I'll send that shit straight to your cash app. This nigga agreed to a debate right now. Jordan B, the top 10 player. He ain't got no balls enough to step up, Lamont. He ain't got no heart.
Hold on. What's the debate on? What if you had a debate?
Whether or not, however you want to choose it, whether or not Embiid will be a top 10 player last year, was he a top 10 player going to this season? The debate is whether or not Embiid's a top 10 player. That's the fucking debate.
Lamont, don't even waste your time, bro.
Bro, you got Jaylen Brown.
You gonna save him again? Lamont, you gonna save him again?
He's not gonna do it.
I want to put my money up.
Bro, nobody gives a fuck about debating.
You know what debate I want to see you? You want to know what debate I want to see you cook them on? How the fuck is Jamal Murray over Jimmy if Jimmy had a bigger role?
Everybody in the chat saying locker room cooked y'all.
How is bro? What are you talking about, bro? How is bro?
Hey, Lamont.
Hey, locker room. How is Jaylen Brown?
I just put money down. Hold on, casual. Lamont, when the hell we do this, bro? I want to offer money to debate a nigga right now, and he pussied out. What's going on right now, Lamont?
Bro, you sound like a goofy nigga.
Bro, hey, listen, hey, locker room.
Nigga, what?
Locker room. The reason why I asked
It's
you,
all good. It's all good.
bro, locker room. The reason why I asked you,
doing
did
witness
you have
protection. It's all
Jaylen
good.
Brown?
He doing witness protection. He doing witness protection. Lamar is protecting you. Lamar is protecting you like a
bro,
little.
sturdy.
I don't give a fuck,
Protecting you, nigga.
nigga. Lamar ain't got nothing to do with this. I don't give a
Sturdy.
fuck about the baby.
Hold on, bro. The reason why I asked you, did you have the reason that I asked you, did you have Jaylen Brown over Devin Booker? Because you was talking about the regular season in the playoff production, right? Well, when I look at the regular season, he did not average more than Devin Booker in the regular season. When I look at the production that Devin Booker produced in the playoffs, he averaged 33.7, 7 assists on 60% from the field, 50% from the three, down to 90% from the free throw line. You feel me? That's much better production than Jaylen Brown had put up.
How many Eastern Conference Finals? Hold on. How many Western Conference Finals Devin Booker been to?
Bro, we're basing this off now, bro.
Answer the question.
He's been a one.
That's the thing. He doesn't have a timeline for none of this.
Hold on. How many Eastern Conference Finals?
Bro, listen. Let me respond. Hold on, let me respond. This is why everybody saying you're not making too much sense. Because you didn't say that nothing about Jamal Murray being in your top 10. You wasn't talking about how many Western Conference Finals he been to or none of that.
Nigga, he's a champion, my nigga.
Okay, and stay right there. That just happened last year. So you're basing him off something that happened last year.
Exactly.
But now you're trying
to list, my guy.
Oh, yes. Okay, listen. So you're saying that Jaylen Brown, that Jamal Murray is top 10 because of what he did last year. Okay, I understand that. You get talking about his playoff production. But now you're trying to change your criteria and saying, how many? No, let me finish. But now you're trying to say, how many Eastern Conferences he went to? How many Western Conferences? Your criteria not making sense, bro.
Like I said, you want to dissect the list that's my list.
Let me just say this. So we won't argue again. Let me say this. So we won't argue again. Your criteria is dumb and it's low IQ as shit. That's all I gotta say, bro.
And you're the same nigga with a Kobe fucking avatar. Exactly. But like I said,
Lamar, you gonna keep saving this nigga or what? I have an open challenge, Lamar.
Can we move on? What do Kobe got to do with it? Bro, you niggas is gay.
Kobe was the second best player on 3 of the titles he won. Bro, and y'all want to compare him to LeBron
That got to do with anything we talking about. How do we get back on Kobe? Is you retarded? This nigga's retarded, bro.
You the one with the Kobe picture.
Locker room.
Lamar, I just want a yes or no. I just want a yes or no.
Lamar, I'm gonna just say
he's not gonna debate you, Sturdy.
Hold on, y'all. I can't hear.
At least let me be man enough to say no. Then McDowell.
He need to hop up out that water before he drown.
Locker room. Look, locker room. Let's say we respect your top 10.
I know this, right? When niggas get cooked, then they gotta move the goalposts and bring other niggas into the conversation. I never mentioned
that's
Devin
a fact. Okay, my question.
Bro, you just brought up Kobe Bryant, nigga.
Hold on. Locker room. Based on your criteria and what the topic is, who is in your GOAT tier based on your criteria, and does Victor have a chance, projection wise, to meet your criteria? Based on the skill set and what you've seen.
Once again, there's only 2 people in the GOAT conversation. Any logical NBA fan, they know this. And no, Kobe is not in that conversation. He's not even close in the conversation.
Okay.
It's Jordan and it's LeBron. That's the only 2 people in the conversation. Does Victor have a chance to be in the GOAT conversation? Absolutely, based on what I've seen so far, just in the preseason. So, yeah.
So a skill set. So skills would have to be a criteria. Basically, what you're saying.
Hold on, man.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
Okay, so skills and what
this
else?
Nigga is stupid.
Hold on, y'all. I like where they're going with this. Go ahead.
You said what?
Skills is 1. You about to get 8 on. You about to get ethered on that. Go ahead. What other is in your criteria?
Wait. What am I about to get ethered on?
Keep going, bro. Don't run from what he's saying, nigga.
Criteria. I just want to know your criteria. So skills is 1 for a GOAT debate. Skills.
Production, and what you all-stars, all NBAs,
accolades. I feel
rookie of the year, championship.
So you have hold on. So you have to be a rookie of the year to be in the GOAT tier conversation.
You don't have to be, but it helps.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, okay.
He's not even sure about his own.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's not even for sure about his own shit, bro.
If Michael Jordan, Hold on. I'm just trying to get it.
Bro, nobody knows you, bro. I don't
So
know
if
your name.
Michael Jordan and LeBron
Trust me, everybody know
are
me on
your
here.
two GOATs, their careers are vastly different. So I just want to get a criteria. Does somebody have to win the Rookie of the Year to be in a GOAT conversation?
Did Michael Jordan Michael Jordan won Rookie of the
and
Year, right?
LeBron did win Rookie of the Year.
Michael
So
Jordan won, right?
does that qualify for your criteria?
Michael Jordan won Rookie of the Year, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah.
So you have to be Rookie of the Year. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I believe
it doesn't matter. So based on that logic, I can end this right here. Based on your logic, if Victor Wembanyama does not win Rookie of the Year and loses it to Chet, he can never be in the GOAT conversation.
It's going to be tough.
I said it helps.
Lamar,
I said it helps.
That's what I'm saying. I just want to get a clear criteria. Y'all can go. Y'all can go.
What
I'm done.
All I'm saying is, Sturdy.
That's crazy.
There are certain benchmarks that keep you in the conversation. And one of the elements to being the GOAT is that you got to consistently stay in the conversation. If you fall out of that conversation because you don't meet a certain benchmark, that's what really hurts you. And once you fall out of it, it's hard to probably get back in it. And I've rarely seen guys fall out and get back in it. So with LeBron, Rookie of the Year, by his 4th year, getting to the finals. 10-year in Cleveland and Miami, getting to multiple finals back to back with different teams. And then his tenure with the Lakers, winning a championship with that organization when nobody thought he could. And so what I'm saying is he keeps consistently meeting different benchmarks. And Jordan obviously met a ton of benchmarks himself with a Bulls team. Never thought they could beat the Pistons. He gets over that hump. Then they get to the finals. Then they beat a Magic Johnson-led team. And so, I mean, like what I'm saying is there's certain elements that you see these guys hit benchmarkers that consistently keep them in the conversation. Now, did Jordan hurt his legacy a little bit by retiring? I think he did, and I don't think he gets penalized enough for retiring. But again, for whatever reason, this is one of the elements that I talked about. Your fans sustain you.
And Lamont,
so one of the things that sustained Jordan is that he had such fanfare, he could retire for a year and a half, come back and still be in that GOAT conversation. So it's so many elements to this that is ridiculous. Well, go ahead, Lamont.
Yeah, but
Lamont, let me add to that, right? Because
please don't.
This is why Kobe is not in the conversation.
Oh, after you lock on, I gotta go to me.
Bro, what is you bringing up Kobe for, bro?
Bro,
the way that you talk, you gonna constantly keep him in the conversation. Fool.
Come on, y'all. Can y'all let him get to this point? I gotta get to Mr.
Right,
Miles.
like, come on, man. I guess you got a Kobe picture on your profile, man. Chill out, man.
Hold on. Say it. I'm gonna go to Mr. Miles next, and I'm gonna go to SFM after that.
But this is why Kobe isn't in the conversation, because when you talk about Rookie of the Year, Kobe didn't win that. When you talk about MVPs, he doesn't have enough. When you talk about Finals MVPs, when you look at Michael Jordan and LeBron James, these guys were the best players on all of the championships they won. Kobe was not even the best player on, 3 of the 5 championships he won. So, like I said, you got the picture on your profile, but come on, man. Like, you got to stop, man. Take your thong off. But like I said, I digress, Lamont. You got it.
Man, dude, hush. You just don't
I wasn't even debating you, bro. You just want to talk to me, bro. Hey, go to Mars. Go to Mars, bro.
What size knee pads you want?
Mr.
Hey,
Miles,
go to
what's
Mars,
good,
bro.
What's up, fellas? Man, definitely fire, interesting topics. I'm not gonna get into all the other shit, man. Let me chime in real quick on Victor, because I think the NBA does a poor job at always projecting, saying what a guy could be, putting a lot of pressure on guys at a young age. Setting guys up for failure, in my opinion. So for me, Lamont, here's the question, man. Can he sustain long-term dominance, right? And to me, dominance means that you're the best in the league. You're winning championships. Every now and then, you may lose some, win some, whatever. Is your individual skill set that dominant? And for me, a guy that big, that tall, that lengthy, I think, and I hate saying this because it's not fair, but I think about guys like Yao, even Kevin Durant to a certain degree. Injuries play a major factor. So there's going to be a few things that's going to keep him out the conversation. And this narrative that he's something we never seen before. Can we please stop saying that, bro? I mean, listen. Porzingis moves fluent. Porzingis blocks shots. Porzingis shoots a jump shot. Porzingis can rebound. Porzingis has better foot movement around the basket. Now, is Wemby a little bit more skillful with the, fading away, shooting the basketball? Yeah. But why are we acting like this kid is something that we've never seen before? Yes, he is. He's a tall, lengthy kid, and we've seen Porzingis play before. Now, here's the thing. Now listen. The question is, can his body hold up? And for me, I don't think it will. Okay? Is he going to be a productive NBA player on a bad Spurs team, winning 40 games a season? Yeah, probably so. Is he going to give you 25 and 10 at some point, like Yao Ming did? Yeah, at some point. But nobody looks at Yao Ming, who was 7'6", with a dominant post game, dominant defensively, right? Led the Houston Rockets to hold on. Led my Rockets to multiple 50-point win seasons. Didn't get it done in the postseason, but he was an anchor for that team offensively and defensively. His name was never brought up in these conversations, right? And we know Yao Ming was something we've never seen before, right? Yao Ming was so special, fellas, that he should shoot the Rockets' technical free throws. I was at the games. I seen it up close and personal. And so I don't want to bash Wemby because he is nice. I think he's very skillful for his size, and he's fun to watch. But he doesn't move fluent to me enough, right? His game is okay. And the biggest knock is going to be, can his body hold up? One fall, one slip, one knee bump, I ran to this guy, it's over. And so for me, I'd rather just be patient, wait, and assess him as he goes. He has no business being mentioned with LeBron and MJ. He has no business. Like, bro, this is a disgrace, and we're doing the NBA a disservice by mentioning his name with guys like Kobe, MJ, Kareem, and Michael. Like, what the hell is going on around here, man? Let this kid play basketball. Let this kid play basketball, man. Period. I'm not done yet, bro. Hold on.
I agree.
Hold on.
Hold on, bro. I'm not done yet, bro. Respectfully. And then to say that somebody said they've seen enough already because he played a couple of preseason games and that's enough to tell you that he's going to be where you think he's going to be. Come on, bro. You basing your assessment off of 2 preseason games? That speaks to your basketball acumen there alone. Whoever made that statement, I mean, I forget who it was, but that wasn't a very bright statement to make. This dude played 2 preseason games and he played well, but he played in an offense in preseason where Lamont, it was an open highway to the basket. Nobody's playing defense. We know guys aren't. I mean, like, what the hell is going on, bro? Let this kid play basketball and let's assess him as he goes. Why is he being mentioned with the greats like that? That's crazy to me. And again, Porzingis can shoot, rebound, and run the court more fluently than he can. So why are we acting like he's new?
I think I want to say KP is more fluid, just as fluid.
Well, the one thing I would disagree with,
of course he is.
But the one thing I would,
I was actually here when KP came in, and no, that's not it.
No, I'm saying I think Victor is more fluid. I think he has a far better handle than Porzingis ever had. I think he has a far better pull-up jumper. We rarely coming into the league, we didn't see Porzingis bringing the ball up the court, coming off pick and rolls. We didn't see Porzingis coming off pin downs. And early, we've seen Greg Popovich really showcase a lot of the things that Victor can do by sending him out in transition early. He's the guy that leaks out and as a weapon there. He's the guy that's bringing the ball up the court. Like, when was the last time we seen the 7'4" guy bring the ball up the court? Call for the pick. Come off the screen. Not only come off the screen, but then he goes tween, gets to the elbow, fadeaway jumper. That's something that's probably out of the realm of a Kristaps Porzingis' skill sets. And even Kristaps Porzingis, when he was speaking about Victor Wembanyama, he said Victor Wembanyama is an upgraded me. Like, so he even admitted that Victor Wembanyama already is a much better version of himself. And this is something that Kristaps Porzingis said out of his own mouth recently. So all I'm saying is I'm not like, the one thing about this conversation is you are right. These guys don't necessarily belong in the ranks of some of the greats. But LeBron, his rookie year, didn't belong in the ranks of a Jordan. But we said that was the expectation if things pan out the way we expect. Or even a rookie Jordan didn't belong in the ranks of a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But after the first year and a half of basketball, that's what people were saying that could have been his trajectory. So all we're doing with Wembanyama is when we look at the combination of size, skill, his style of play. And another thing that I want to incorporate into this is the direction that the NBA is headed.
That's fair.
The style of play is going to be more conducive to him having a lot of success in this league because it's turning into more of an international game. And what I think is going to give him his own new wave and legacy, we might not give much credence to it, is all of these new awards. There's this play-in tournament. These are only going to open the avenue for him to collect newer awards and more accolades that some of the players of the past couldn't get. When you talk about Bill Russell didn't have the ability to go get finals MVPs or defensive player of the years. Why? Because they didn't exist. Players after him did. And this is why we kind of look at the players after him a little different, even though it's not fair.
Let me
respond. That's all I'm saying. Okay. It's just, I know it's not fair, but we have to put this expectation on these players at an early age, because the one thing I proved earlier in the stream is if we don't put this expectation on them early, they never get it back into the conversation later on, no matter how good they get. We've seen players become really good, but if we don't put that GOAT expectation on them early, we're never going to put them in the GOAT conversation.
I don't mind,
no matter how good they get. So we got to just.
I don't mind putting that expectation on certain players, because some players can handle that type of pressure. I think some can't. And then you talked about the style of play and how the game is becoming more wide open, which I agree with. That's why I said he's probably going to get to 25 and 10 easy. But the question is, how impactful is that going to lead to winning? Because when you're in the GOAT conversation, your game has to translate to impact to the W column, right? Meaning my 25 and 10 has to translate to winning and making postseason runs. And again, I'm not sure that a 7'4" guy with a perimeter handle, kind of, because his handle isn't all that. Listen, his handle is good for his height, to say the least, right? All I'm saying is this: I'm not sure from a coaching standpoint, and I can't believe that Greg Popovich is even doing this, but I guess he's kind of, his hands is forced, that you would even allow a guy at this size to even be able to even bring the ball up court. Like, I mean, to me, he should get so many easy baskets just by calling for it.
You want me to show you the video of what it looked like?
And shoot, no, hold on, Lamont. I'm not saying that's not going to happen, but is that
it's already happened.
Okay, that's fine. If it's happening, the question now becomes: is that the best thing moving forward when it comes to winning basketball games? Because if he's going to be introduced or pushed in that direction, then his game has to translate to winning. Here's my last point. Okay, here's my last point.
He ain't gonna have the team.
You talk about
also you need a team to build around that play style too, Moss. Yeah, that's the most important.
I agree, absolutely, bro. And again, does Victor's game translate, and can he modify his game based on who comes to the Spurs? We don't know yet. Anyway,
every GOAT player had the team built around them. Jordan didn't need to modify his game; they built around Jordan. LeBron didn't need to modify his game; they built around LeBron. He don't have to modify shit. The Spurs need to get their shit together.
Well, hold on. Well, hold on, bro. I mean, great players have to modify at certain points during the series.
No.
That's where you're great. That's called being versatile.
That's being versatile.
Here's my last
great
point.
Players really don't modify much in their game.
They do. They do.
They really don't. When people say Jordan made those modifications for Phil Jackson, no. What the Bulls did was Bulls just got a coach in Phil Jackson who knew how to manage egos, and Phil Jackson made one of the greatest coaching moves ever in NBA history. He implemented an offensive system in the triangle, which is one of the worst offenses ever in NBA history. And he just used it to allow Jordan to take a ton of bad shots, and it kind of contained him to a certain degree. So again, Jordan didn't change. They tricked him into believing he changed, but Jordan did not change shit.
Let me make this last point, man, because and again, bro, I appreciate this.
That's crazy, Lamont.
That's a fact.
Hold on, fellas. Here's my last point, Lamont. I hope and pray that the NBA judge these players in the next 4 or 5 years moving forward when it comes to these awards on an even playing field. Because if Chet plays the right way this upcoming season, and he deserves Rookie of the Year, do we all agree that Wemby can still win it because of notoriety, favoritism, marketing? I want these guys to be judged and giving these awards fairly, because we know that these awards dictate your place in history, and some of these awards are given out unfairly. So I hope, listen, the NBA wants you to push Wemby, and I get it, whatever, right? But hope he needs to earn what's coming to him. It can't be given to him. And I'm afraid that there's going to be some guys in this draft who's going to pan out better than him, who won't get the notoriety that he's going to get. Watch. I mean, it happens every fucking
Moss, I'm really interested in you telling me who you think is going to pan out better than Wembanyama.
That's a good question, Moss.
Who comes to mind instantly? Who comes to mind?
Man.
It's a fair question. I mean, I guess the only person who comes to mind, honestly, is the kid down there in Portland, Scoot Henderson. But unfortunately, just hold on, man. Again, just because a player is putting up 25 and 10 on a bad team and the offense is centered around him and he's putting up these empty numbers, doesn't mean that a player who's giving you 20 and 10 playing good defense all around isn't better. And so
Scoot
again,
looks trash, bro.
No. Hey, listen, bro.
Come on, chill
I'm
out.
not arguing that. All I'm saying is this, though. Let's judge these players throughout the season, and then let's assess it then. Let's not just hand over Wemby Rookie of the Year. Let's not do that.
I feel you on that.
That's all I'm saying.
No. I'm not handing it over to him.
Well,
but see, here's the thing, Mr. Boss. All throughout NBA history, these awards have been given out on biased terms, right? These awards have all been narrative driven. Now, all of a sudden, you want the NBA to stop the awards from being narrative and biased just because you want it to look more fair. See, it's not going to change. Kobe should have at least 5 MVPs. Jordan should have at least 9. LeBron should have like 8. So the thing is, we know it's all biased and narrative driven. Like Pippen don't got no Defensive Player of the Year awards. How fucking biased is that goddamn shit? That man should have at least 1. So it ain't never been fair. Now all of a sudden you want the awards to be fair.
No.
They ain't about to make it fair now because it's going to stay bias driven. They're always going to try to find a face to market. And now that the game is going more global and international, the French players are probably the easiest to market to the U.S. because the French players, just like the Canadian players, look and act more American. They're more marketable to the U.S.
I agree with what you're saying, that it hasn't always been fair. But doesn't mean that I've always been on board with that. I mean, I understand that the awards have been given on a biased basis. I think we all agree on that. I'm just saying that plays a factor in guys' places in history. Real quick. So what does he give this year? What, 22 and 10? Wemby, what, 23?
25 and 12.
25 and 12?
No, but remember my criteria, Mr. Moss. How do you think this is fair? What I said in the beginning was, I said for Wemby's first 3 years, the only benchmark I really want to see him get to is Rookie of the Year. It's not to his 4th year that I put here, because I said his 4th year, if you are a guy that we are saying could potentially be the GOAT, your 4th year needs to be the year where we say you're entering your prime. And this is where we need to see him hit another benchmark. Now, what that benchmark is, I don't know. But for Jordan, we saw him hit a benchmark at that time.
Yeah.
For LeBron, we saw him hit a benchmark at that time. Now, Wembanyama, I would expect from the year 2027 to 2023, he needs to start showing us his championship prowess or championship pursuits. I'm not necessarily saying he needs to go run off a 3-peat early or nothing like that, but I'm saying this is when he needs to really start showing what you mentioned, the winning. He needs to start putting everything he did from year 1 to 3, start putting it in the boiling pot, and you got to give the San Antonio Spurs a reason to start going out, paying big bucks for high-level players. Because I said the year 4 from 2027 to 2023, if your play is at a high level, guys will clamoring to go play with him in San Antonio. Guys will want to go there and play. So that's another indicator of a potential GOAT. So he's gonna have to. Is it likely that he hits all these benchmarks and stays in the conversation? No. Is he the only player on the board right now that could potentially be in that conversation? I believe, yeah.
Does his body structure give you cause to pause a little bit? Yes or no?
No, it doesn't, because of how I've seen the Spurs change his body in just one offseason and what I believe they'll do going forward for the first 3 years of his career, and what we've seen, how we've seen the transformation that the Bucks did with Giannis. I think they'll try to take on a similar transformation with Wembanyama. He maintains his athleticism, but he packs on a ton of muscle that gives him that stand power, so he doesn't deal with a lot of injuries. That's going to help him with the longevity. Now, again, at 7'4", is that likely? Probably not. The injuries, ultimately, it just being that tall, it's just hard for us to surmise that you that tall, growing that fast, that you stay healthy for over a long period of time. We've yet to see it.
I do think, like Lamont, bro, I do think
it's possible. Maz, like you think it's possible because
go ahead.
Like Maz, like you don't think it's possible because a guy like Kareem was not 7'4", but he was 7'2", and he was able to have a longer career based off incorporating plyometrics and yoga in his regimen. And as we already seen with Wemby, he's been incorporating yoga in his regimen since he was about. They said he was doing that since he was 16 years old.
Yeah.
So do you think,
bro? No,
that's what I'm asking. Like, do you think in an era that's not as physical as the 90s or 2000s, in an era where let's be honest, like he has potential to be the biggest player on the court too, on top of being the tallest player. Do you think in an era like this, where there's more investment, there's more resources available to him to maintain his health, do you think he won't suffer the same fate as a Sean Bradley or Ralph Sampson, like the guys in the past?
Bro, just real quick, I think when Kareem caught the basketball, bro, he was by the rim, hook shot, he caught it, went and went. Wemby's too much on the basketball, and you just said something that made me think a little bit. He's bigger than anybody else on the court, right? He needs listen. I think off the court medical staffs means nothing to this guy. I think within that triangles or within the basketball court, when he's running up and down, jumping up and down, he's one awkward fall away. So all this off the court stuff, bro, to me, my opinion, means nothing. Because let's what?
That's real for everybody.
He's but I agree, but more so for him because he's gonna be coming down on guys awkwardly and around him.
Bro,
so
he's
for
gonna
me,
have an awkward fall every week.
No, Lamont.
That's just the life of basketball.
Just look at Anthony Davis.
You guys, I understand all that, but listen though, I think
this
is gonna sound crazy, but I think he should be cautious of how he lands when he goes up. That sounds weird to me, but trust me, when he comes down, he needs to be worried about how he's landing on those feet. That's just me.
Injuries happen, injuries happen, but they can't be prevented, man. You got to go out there and
of course not. Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Maz,
I'll give you
do you think, like, especially with Tim Duncan, right? Tim Duncan, even from a young age to old age, he was taught positioning. He was taught not to commit and leave his feet until the guy committed to the shot, and that helped prolong Tim Duncan's career too. And you and I both know, Maz. You and I both know, Maz, that San Antonio got one of the best medical staff in the entire league. They've been known to have a top 5 medical staff in the whole league. So
yeah, but you're mentioning guys like Kareem and Tim Duncan, bro, who literally, more so Kareem, caught the ball, made a move and went, bro. Tim Duncan was not on the ball as much as Wemby was from top of the key, getting to the basket, doing what he got to do, bro. Tim Duncan very rarely put the ball in between his legs, made a move, and just, every now and then he did, but it's mostly run through Timmy, 4 flat, and let him go to work. And so Wemby is on the ball too much for me. That's all I'm saying, bro. The ball's in his hands for too much.
I'm not going.
So hold on,
Mr. Maz, I didn't hear nothing you said when
you've essentially
shit crazy.
You've essentially created a narrative for Wembanyama to be the GOAT, because here's the thing. In your mind, you're struggling with envisioning a 7'4" player playing like a guard, having longevity. So for you, if he's able to have a 15, 17-year career playing like this, he's already done something that you didn't think was possible, which is ultimately a benchmark. So if he's able to sustain and play like this, but we didn't see. No, but what I'm saying is, we didn't see him do it in this way, because remember, this man is 7'4".
I think one of the things
7'4".
Okay.
Is this safe?
Hold on, bro. Let me respond real quick, Mons. Let me respond to that, bro. Bro, and I said this earlier, bro. Like, Kevin Durant came into the league with the same type of shit on him, bro. We had never seen somebody of his size. And let me finish, bro. Move the way he did, bro.
He was not doing what we just saw right there.
Bro, hold on, Kevin Durant wasn't doing. Bro, stop it, bro. Stop it. You crazy, boy.
No, he wasn't.
Crazy, boy.
KD was not
But
blocking shots like that coming into the league, my nigga.
bro, but he still blocked a few shots, bro. This ain't determining what he's gonna necessarily be all time, bro. By what he playing like now, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
Shit.
this is even hard to say because when you start talking about dudes like Michael Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe Bryant, and Tim Duncan, and all that
Look at
shit, bro.
this.
Like he's not even in that. He's not even in that atmosphere, bro.
That man's getting double teamed in preseason.
That's a nice
Victor
That man's
Wemby
getting
is
double
the
teamed in
most.
preseason.
Victor Wemby is the most skilled 19-year-old of all time. Who
No, he's not.
disagrees?
No, disagree.
Who
Kobe
disagree? 19 years
I
old.
haven't
Kobe
seen
Bryant,
him play, bro.
Kobe Bryant was fucking way
I
more
haven't
skilled
seen
than
him
Shaq.
play.
At 19, Kobe's not doing this shit at 19, nigga. Bro, y'all tweaking,
This man
bro.
said more skilled than
Hey,
Kobe
you
Bryant at
think
fucking
Kobe
18.
at 19 years old was
Kobe
more
at
skilled
18
than
was more.
Victor?
Kobe at 18 was more
Kobe
skilled on
was
the
not doing
basketball
this
court
at
than
Stop.
you,
19,
bro.
bro.
What you talking
Stop.
about, man?
I am a
Bro,
Kobe.
listen, bro.
I defend Kobe, bro.
Kobe wasn't even.
Stop.
Kobe wasn't even
Bro,
playing. He wasn't even playing at
listen, bro.
19.
Lamont, he gotta go, bro.
So I mean, you can't
That's
really judge off. You can't
crazy.
really judge Kobe off that because Kobe wasn't even playing at 19.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
was
I'm not
playing at
mad.
19, bro.
I'm
Not
saying, bro, like
not like
niggas,
how
niggas act like
Wemby
we
is.
see
Wemby
Kobe's
didn't have a
career.
green light.
Lamont,
Wemby finna
chill,
have a green light. Kobe didn't have a green light at
Y'all in love with
19.
the hype, bro. Y'all,
Yeah, he got
you guys are in love
Listen,
with the hype.
that's
And that's
why I
cool.
don't.
I
I'm
get
not
it.
mad
How
at
we in love with
Lamont
the
for the
hype?
Nah,
thumbnail or this
Lamont.
topic.
Nah, let Mac Def finish. Let
Can I
Mac
say
Def
something,
finish.
Mark?
Let Mac Def finish.
Nah,
Hold
bro,
on,
he gotta go, man.
Hold on, I ain't the one that said that,
Let
bro.
Mac Def. Hold on, hold on. Let Mac
What I'm
Def finish and
saying,
then you go.
what I'm saying, what I'm saying is that I'm not mad at the thumbnail and for us to have this conversation because to me he is the most skilled 19-year-old when you see everything that he's doing.
Bro,
So trajectory at 19, you haven't even reached your prime, and then we don't know what he's going to be at his peak. If he stays with this skill set and does what Mr. Miles says, has the winning to it and all the accolades, then yes, we have to look at him in a GOAT tier with
Lamont.
this type of skill. It's
Bro,
ridiculous.
y'all want me to think about, some shit. 10 plus motherfucking years. Yeah, I've got to wait 10 plus years to see,
Lamont.
bro. Like,
Lamont.
is y'all serious, bro?
How
Do y'all think this is? Let me ask you. Do y'all
really-
think this is
Hold on.
2K 2023? Do y'all think this is
Lamont,
2K 24 some shit?
how can you
These
take
niggas
a
is
nigga
crazy.
seriously that says Kobe was more Kobe didn't even start for his own team. This is a number one pick franchise.
Dude, I
He's
just
already,
said that.
he's already the
But
franchise
that doesn't
player.
nullify his skill
Kobe
set,
wasn't
though.
even Kobe didn't even get in the game.
But that
at 19.
doesn't take away his skill set.
Hey, bro. Hey, Kobe.
How can he be more skilled?
Man, go ahead, True, man. True, go ahead and say what you're gonna
Victor's
say.
damn near
Go
the
ahead.
face of almost about to be the face of the
to
league.
ever start in the NBA game though. At 19 years old.
Like I can't hit the one. The problem is I can't envision a high schooler coming into the league more seasoned than a guy in Wembanyama who's been playing pro his whole career. Like the thing is, that's the problem right there.
That's true.
Like Kobe was coming out of high. There's no high schooler that's going to be more seasoned than a guy that's been playing pro in Europe for years.
We said skill set.
Can I piggyback on that?
He's not going to have more skills than
Kobe.
Kobe became more skilled as he progressed, but out of high school, no.
All right, man.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. 19
Lamont,
years old.
Lamont, his
It's
skill
Victor,
set wasn't
hands
even
down.
developed.
Y'all don't even know a high
at
schooler that
age.
nice. There's so many flaws in your game coming out of high school. It's ridiculous.
And listen,
Luka at 19 was a fool, bro.
That's a fan. By mid-season, bro.
But Luka played pro his whole life.
Fucking stress fracture. Fucking out for 3-4 months, bro. I'm not buying this shit,
Why
bro.
you
He's a
why
gimmick.
why even thinking
He's a
that?
because
Why
history
you
tells me that.
You
Because
hoping
history
injury.
tells me that. Because history
How
tells me
history?
that.
How
Bro.
we don't?
He's a
We've
gimmick.
never seen it.
He's a gimmick. He's a gimmick.
A gimmick?
He's a
That's
gimmick.
crazy.
Let you respond. Let you respond, bro. Let you respond.
Hold on.
Hey, put his mic on mute, man.
Hold on. The gimmick. You sound like a whole head. See, listen here. Forget about the numbers and whatever. About the reason people are is on the trajectory is about. We legit never seen this before. Look how he's moving. He's moving like a
bro.
wing.
Stop saying that nonsense, man.
Porzingis.
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 That nigga Porzingis
Man,
ain't got
nigga, they booed Porzingis when he got drafted.
And what that mean?
Hold on.
Come on, man. Lamont.
Yo, let you finish his point,
Hey,
yo.
Citizen Lou funny as hell for that.
Hey, bro, y'all got a real bad habit of talking over people on this motherfucker, bro.
all
Drew's mic, your mic going in and out,
I
man.
think he's
his
going in and out.
force, but he doesn't move like a wing. I'm moving in and out. Y'all hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now. You good?
Yeah.
You good?
You good?
I'm good now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Porzingis is agile for his size, but Wemby move like a guard or wing. We've seen Ralph Sampson's, we've seen young people at that height not moving like that. Even how he covers ground. Like we've seen Porzingis may get beat off the dribble and he may not recover or whatever. We've seen Wemby, he only need to take a step. This man was jealous. I saw when they play this man only recover off a step.
So you think Wemby moves more fluent than
his
Porzingis?
recovery time.
Hell yeah,
bro. He doing, bro.
You said yeah,
Listen.
That's crazy.
Now talk about the eye test earlier. Now you know what's funny. Now hold on. You know what's funny. You know what's funny though, Lamont.
That's crazy.
Hey, listen. Now we talk about the eye test. Now, this word is eyes. I don't know what y'all seeing. But person that played I don't know what y'all seeing. Cause listen, did him dunking. He dunked off the on Thomas Bryant restrict standing up. He barely jumped.
Hold on, watch
that's
this.
Insane. We don't see people move.
I mean, he's 7'4" though. He's
7'4". Drew, watch this. Drew, watch this.
Fuck you,
Mr. Moss.
Taco Fall doing that.
If you had,
what do you do?
Hold on, Mr. Moss. Here's a question for you.
Yes, sir.
You have New York Knicks, Kristaps Porzingis.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you're the GM of the Spurs.
Yeah.
You can trade for prime New York Knicks, Kristaps Porzingis, essentially for nothing, or you can sell out and just draft Wembanyama. Now you're talking like Kristaps Porzingis has the same attributes, if not better. Who are you taking? With Victor Wembanyama or prime Kristaps Porzingis?
Well, I mean, I haven't seen Wemby play that much, so I mean,
I know. Just go off projection.
I'm taking Porzingis, bro.
That's crazy.
I would never.
Hey, crazy. Lamont,
listen. It's
that's
fellas.
crazy.
It's my listen. I could be wrong.
That's a fair assessment. That's a fair assessment.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Because I'm gonna tell you why. Hold on. Wait a minute.
I watched KP. I watched KP's rookie season in person, bro. He's not moving
matter.
like that.
Not what he said, bro.
I'm gonna tell you why it's a fair assessment. Because of what happened with Jordan.
He said a prime.
It's a fair assessment.
Nigga. Hell, you talking about a rookie? He said a prime Knicks Porzingis.
Even a prime KP is not moving like that,
nigga. Hell, you
talking about? A prime KP is moving like that. A prime KP can't even last a whole season. You talking about injuries?
No fucking slow ass fucking hot dare running ass nigga Wemby, bro. He cool. He all right.
Damn, why you hating so much, boss? Why you hating so much, man?
Lamont, they do the same thing
what
with
the fuck would we do to you?
All this hate for what?
I got a beard.
Bro, nobody hate on LeBron stiff dribbling, wobbly body.
Hey, you got Kobe at your profile picture.
Hold on.
And you on LeBron me.
Hold on,
you
y'all.
got Kobe as your profile picture.
Because he better than
Mr.
LeBron.
You're a grown man.
What up, LeBron?
Hold on, y'all. Here's the last time that happened, Mr. Moss, when somebody made a similar decision was back in 1982.
Okay.
When the Cleveland Cavaliers said, you know what? We
Sean Dorley?
really love the productivity of Butch Lee, man. And we want that. We want Butch Lee. You guys can have this number one pick. We don't believe in these young players that ain't played a game yet.
Yeah.
Lakers, y'all can have this number one pick. Go ahead and draft Magic. We want the guy that's been here and in his prime. They took Butch Lee. The Lakers went and got Magic.
They get it wrong. Hey, Lamont, sometimes people get it wrong. Sometimes GMs get it wrong. You know that.
But Moss, my thing is, man. I was with you before I seen Victor play in the NBA these preseasons. I was with you. I was like, is he the most hype player since LeBron, or he's the most? I was like, bro, I'm not on that train. Like y'all miss me with all that. Yeah. But looking at him play, I don't know if I would pick another. I seen Jordan at 19 at NC. I seen LeBron at 18, Kobe at 18, 19. Other than maybe Kareem. Or maybe there's nobody I would pick at 19 years old over Victor, bro, with the skill set that he has.
You said, okay.
It's real.
Bro, Luka Doncic, you crazy.
because
Luka
Shit.
Doncic, like everybody just
Hold
trying
on.
to look past Luka like that. Like, is y'all crazy?
I would take
19?
Victor right now over Luca. You
MJ
tripping?
Well,
give you
hey, boy, that nigga is crazy.
All right,
I'm taking Victor
Boy
over
is
Luca right now.
crazy.
You can
All
have
right,
Luca for the
Micah.
rest
I'm
of his
taking you
career.
too
I'll
far.
take
I'm taking you
Victor.
too
hey, okay,
I'll take
hey,
Victor.
bro,
You can have
hey,
Luca.
bro, hey, bro, hey, bro.
Go
Would you
ahead.
take a rookie,
calm your
David
ass.
Robinson, or fucking
She
Wemby?
always fumbling the ball, man. See, Mac, that's your problem.
You
You
said
always
rookie
fumble.
David Robinson or
You always fumble.
Wembanyama?
You always fumble
Yeah,
over the
yeah,
football.
yeah.
I'm taking
Victor.
I'm
Man,
taking
He
Victor
said he'll take
Wembanyama.
Victor
Oh,
I'm taking
over.
David
you're
Robinson
not
didn't
taking
play his rookie
David
year.
Robinson, bro.
David
Give you
Robinson didn't play his
24
rookie year. So yeah, I'm
with
definitely taking Wemby. I'm definitely taking
what an
Wemby.
elite defense. Oh my god.
But David
Y'all
Robinson didn't play his
glazing
rookie year.
Luca. I don't know
I'm
what y'all
definitely taking.
talking about.
I'm
This
Y'all
nigga
definitely
said
taking
he
glazing
Luka.
Luca
taking.
Y'all
right
just
This
now.
you
nigga
just
said he
chatting.
take.
You're
But
chatting, bro.
Luka,
I'm
Luka, the
not big
best
on Luka.
19-year-old I ever seen.
Nah, I'm taking
Hey,
Nah,
Vic.
hey, you know what
Who?
though? This Moss, it was a reason why teams was offering up their star players to the
I know,
Spurs for that pick.
I know, I know. You want
I
to know
mean,
why,
teams
Lamont?
teams
I'm
was
gonna tell you
offering
why, though, bro.
stars.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you why because if it pans out at his peak powers, I mean, bro. I mean, listen, we're talking transcendent, right? But then there's that small piece of he's 7'4" or whatever he is, bad feet. It could not happen. So I listen. I understand it. I'm not arguing that with what you're saying. I just don't agree with it. He has to show me before I go all in. That's just me though. And guess what? Either I'm going to pay a price for not taking him, what the Spurs took him, or I'm
You'll
gonna say,
lose
you
your
know what?
job.
I'm good.
But you know what though? The price, if it doesn't work out,
It's still gonna be
is
decent.
ultimately really not that bad because you'll still have a decent player. But
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
let's
I
say he
agree.
doesn't pan out. That just puts the Spurs right back in the lottery. They'll still have a solid player in Wemby, and they could just go get another
What's
guy.
panning out, Lamont, for him? What? Like, I mean, what? Just what? Him consistently giving you what?
If he just shows,
22 and 10,
he's a role player.
25 and 12 is what I expect.
I could reduce him down
man.
to a role player.
Have any of you guys talked about him in pick and roll defense, half court defense? Not at the rim. I'm talking.
Bro, that man's elite defensively.
No.
He can
Hold
play
on.
defense.
Yeah, we talked
Guys,
about it.
not at
Yeah,
the rim.
Miles, we
Hey,
talked about it.
About on the perimeter.
Lamont, do you
Guarding
Bro,
think
No, we
pick and
did.
rolls
We
and
did.
switching
We
bro,
did,
defense.
Miles.
that man's pick and roll defense is elite.
How do you know that if he hasn't went up against these elite guards yet? How do you know that?
Because I
How
saw
do you
in
know
summer
that?
league. The first thing I saw in summer league was
Was
I
Steph out
said
there? Was Steph
no.
out
This,
there?
and before summer league
Okay.
started, obviously
You went to
everything's just kind of discombobbled, and these rookies are still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
But the one thing I noticed early was, I said, his length just by him being there on pick and rolls and switches, him just being there with that size is disruptive. And the one thing I noticed is that he's a live body defensively. He's never a statue. He's always, you can never catch him in between the play. He does switch clean on the picks, and he actively pursues that on-ball defender or off-ball defender, whichever he switched on to, and he's an active live body defensively. And so even in this preseason, what do we see? We see this man jumping late, still getting blocks. Right? This man goes in and has impact on shots.
I think drop coverage, Lamont, for him won't be an issue because of his height. But
No,
again,
I'm talking about switches.
Okay, switching defense.
Guys are not blowing by him like you would think.
Well, why would they blow by him? Because last time I checked, Dame, Steph, Jamal, these guys weren't playing in summer league. He's going to see a totally different group of guys.
SGA is elite, though.
You know this.
Yeah, but here's the thing. See, Popovich is. You can tell Popovich is
SGA
already
doing bad, bro.
You can tell Popovich is. So look, this is what Popovich is doing. Popovich is smart because Popovich is not sticking them at the center spot. What he did is he's using Zach Collins to play the center, Wemby on the wing. So imagine this. Imagine Collins in drop coverage and Wembanyama chasing over on the ice or just coming off the screen. That's a tough cover for a guard coming off a pick and roll. If you're driving into a 7-footer in Zach Collins and you got a live body and active defender and Victor Wembanyama chasing over it.
These elite guards out west that I just named, and guess what? I didn't name all of them.
What elite guards?
They are high IQ pick and roll players, bro. So whatever pop those at them,
but
30, easy
here's
work,
the
man.
problem.
Stop,
but
man.
what I'm saying is the element that you're not accounting for is that we've never seen a Victor Wembanyama. What I mean by that, I mean
we've never seen Damian Lillard has never seen a pick and roll coverage where he has a 7'4" guy chasing over and he's driving into a 7-footer.
Hold on.
That sounds crazy.
That motherfucker Damian Lillard's never experienced that.
Why would Popovich, who is one of the best coaches,
he's already doing it?
No. Hold on. He is he's probably one of the best minds ever in the game of basketball. Why is he playing Wemby and Collins at the same time for in the West?
Because it's working beautifully, Mike. Look, this is why. So if you watch the OKC game,
doing man.
So hold on. If you watch the OKC game, the number one reason why he has that Collins
I gotta watch the game, bro. I know
basketball. So this is I'm telling you why he played the two, and it was a extremely smart move.
I don't think you do, my man. I don't think you do.
Hold on, Casual.
Yeah, I do, bro.
This is what happened.
Casual, stand up.
Hold on, y'all.
So what?
So if hold on, Casual. So when they played OKC, starts Zach Collins. They're playing Chet Holmgren at the center spot. So Chet, who would normally have to go match up with Wemby, which is probably what you would want, can no longer go match up with Wemby because they have Wemby at the 4. So now Chet is occupied with Zach Collins at the 5 spot. Now you have to manipulate your lineup and find somebody else that can go guard a 7'4" Wembanyama on the perimeter because they're playing him on the perimeter like a guard. And so now you have to go through extraordinary lengths just to match up with the Spurs because Wembanyama's skill set allows him to be a guard, taking pin downs and going off pick and rolls, going into pick and rolls.
Put a wing.
You said what?
In my opinion, and listen, this ain't gonna work all the time, but put a wing on him who's obviously smaller than him. Attack his dribble, make him pick the ball up, and then reset the offense.
Dort on him, bro. It was
hold on. So you're saying attack his dribble as if he doesn't have a handle. We just watched against the Miami Heat when they were sending aggressive defenders on him. He's still crossing. He's still getting middle, which is where you never want him to be. And he's still making plays right at that elbow. If they double, we saw quickly that he's willing to make the quick pass out of the double team. And if you don't double, he was just shooting over the top of people.
There's an old saying in boxing, styles make fights. And we know different teams present different matchups. I ain't worried. Listen,
what?
He'll have some good games. He'll have some bad games. What? He's a good player.
Bro, there's probably like 3 teams in the league that got the players to defend him, right?
These point guards and wings out west are going to cook him. They're going to seek him out on defense, pick on him.
They're going to seek Victor Wembanyama out on defense.
Yes, bro.
Yes,
yes.
Man,
no, they're not.
Yes, they is.
Hold on.
Bro, what they're gonna do is try to get him outside the bro, what they're gonna try to do, bro, is try to get him outside the paint. They don't mind him, bro. They're not gonna mind him trying to guard the best perimeter defender. When you have to go see a dude, now when you have to see a dude that's gonna willingly attack that paint with size, bro, like a Giannis or let's say, or even Joel Embiid, he's not gonna be able to deal with that, bro. He's not, bro. He's gonna have to leave somebody, bro.
They're not putting him on Giannis.
He don't have. Yeah, you can talk about. Yeah, you can talk about. Look, you can talk about his height, but he don't have the size, bro. He does.
He moves.
Bro, I'm talking about bro. He's tall, bro. He's tall. That's cool, bro. But he doesn't have the size, the strength. I'm talking about body wise, just body, bro. That's a skinny little.
Oh, damn, he back. Anyway,
that's a skinny 7'4" boy.
True.
They're gonna attack him.
SFM. I think at the 4 position, Anthony Davis is the best like defender out there on the perimeter. I could be wrong, but that's who I look at as a benchmark. Wemby can move his feet, not as great as Anthony Davis, but his length, I think he 8'3" wingspan or something like that. Yeah, because of his wing, even though he can move his feet, but that wingspan is going to allow him to guard perimeter players, all perimeter players, because a perimeter player can take 3 dribbles and Wemby's wingspan is still going to be there to block the shot. And because he can move, they're probably not even going to drive past him.
Wings are so
nobody wants
to see that.
Bro, McDuff, this is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying. And I feel like this is probably going to wear him out. they're gonna attack his little skinny body, bro. He's 7'4",
Ain't
bro,
nobody,
but
there's no guard in the
his
league that's
frame.
finna just run into a 7'4" Victor, just and attack
No,
his.
no,
What?
Thank you.
Listen. I'm not even, bro. Listen,
Lamont, bro, what the fuck
Y'all
is
must
going?
bro.
be,
Listen,
bro. Y'all must have never played against a 7-footer before.
listen. I'm
I
not
don't want
talking
no
about,
problems with
bro. I'm
7-footers,
not
man.
talking, bro.
Hey, I'm
Listen,
done, bro.
listen. I'm not talking about.
That's
I'm not look, McDuff.
crazy.
I'm not even talking about guard. I'm not even just
Somebody
talking
6'8",
about guard.
somebody even 6'8".
I'm yes, bro. I'm not even just talking about no guard, bro. Like I'm talking about a dude that's from from 6'6" even up to like 6'10", bro, 6'11". If they got the size over him, bro, they wouldn't mind attacking his body, bro, at all, bro. And if I was playing,
Yeah.
bro, I wouldn't mind attacking him. And I know that he does not have the athleticism I have, and he's more frail than me, bro.
He does have the athleticism,
Bro,
though.
y'all acting like Wembanyama's a dumb defender. He's a
This is
smart defender.
crazy,
Bro, I don't know
can we be?
what to
Let me
say.
be honest. Let me
Lamar,
be
you're
honest.
talking about 2 preseason games.
SFM. LeBron James is 6'9", 6'10". We've gone a lot of debates talking about the 90s and what he would look like versus those centers. He's 6'9", 6'10", going up against 6'11" Akeem Olajuwon. And we've talked about the difficulties of that, right? Right? But we still say, but that's what you say. But I still think he would dominate.
Right.
You're talking about a 6'6",
Right.
6'8"
He couldn't
forward
dominate
going up
fucking
against hold on,
Hell, you
is
talking
a foot
about?
taller. Anybody that's 6'6", they're going up against Victor, who's a foot fucking taller than him. We've
LeBron
talked about
couldn't
LeBron.
dominate Tyson Chandler, and you mentioned
That's
Hakeem
what I'm saying.
Olajuwon.
That's what I'm saying.
Stop it.
Hold on. LeBron James dominated. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. LeBron James dominated, but LeBron James is 6'9",
He didn't dominate no
6'10".
elite centers. What are you talking
So
about?
that's what I'm saying. LeBron didn't have to face nobody that was a foot fucking tall. Look, Jordan wasn't going up against no, like, come on, bro. He's a foot taller than everybody on the court. Ain't nobody finna fuck with
Jordan.
Victor out there.
Hold on. I know Jordan was going to get those 6'4", 6'3". I know
No,
you want to say.
bro. That's the film. No, bro. After he got off the dribble, he had to face Hakeem, David, Patrick,
Yeah,
Rich
Patrick.
Gibbs. What are y'all
But
talking about, man?
Hold up.
Matumbo.
One player you know that had
talking
an
about?
8'5" wingspan. He had an 8'5" wingspan, bro. Like that's not like he put a hand
Bro,
up. He can do any
it
type of
sounds,
contest.
bro, it
There's ways
sounds
to nullify
good,
that.
bro,
For you
but
to even
bro,
question it anymore at this
Sounds good.
point is
We
crazy.
watching. What are y'all? What are y'all
bro. At the same time, bro, we can say what we can say, bro. He
He's
have to put this shit down on
7'4".
wax. I seen the same thing with Kevin Durant when he
He's
was coming into the league. He
7'4".
You
has
know,
to Kevin Durant was 7 foot. We had 7 foot. The way that he was moving, like it was something
he
the
was a
league
cheat
had
code.
never
He
seen
was a cheat
before.
code.
He
He was
had
a
to
cheat
put it
code.
down on
Bro,
wax.
even if we say
He got to put it
it's
down
a
on wax,
size
bro.
difference, bro.
Hold on.
He's
But hold on.
Right.
But SFM, here's the thing.
a foot taller.
Kevin Durant never lived up to the hype of being the GOAT. But just with his size,
He never had those expectations.
Hold on, listen. But just with his size and skill, he's probably going to be a top 25 player all time, and he didn't even live up to those expectations. Wembanyama, we're talking about a Wembanyama who's now had the opportunity to evaluate a KD for a long time. The game is transitioning that favors him. And so now being able to evaluate a KD and seeing other guys at his size and skill succeed in the NBA, he's about to go into the NBA with more of an understanding of how to attack this NBA because there's more people to kind of look at and study from. When KD came in, there was no other KDs that he could look at and say, "Oh, I'm a 7-footer attacking like this." He was just a unicorn. They called him unicorns.
He played at a high level, Lamont.
But now Wembanyama is no longer. Wembanyama is definitely a unicorn at 7'4", but he has people like KD to now model and start to look after. Okay, this is how he attacks this at 7 feet tall. This is how he gets out of this situation. So now he has film that he can look at to study the game and get even better. So KD existing actually helps Wembanyama.
Why
it's going to make him better.
Why is Lamont saying that Wemby played at a high level?
Bro, no, he's not,
play at a
bro.
high
You only
level.
seen
What do you
2
mean?
preseason games, bro.
No, he didn't.
Like,
All right,
get off the nigga dick,
hold
son.
on. If you think
Get off
about
the
players
nigga
that come
dick,
to the league
son.
from
You done seen
America,
2
they play against
preseason
other
games,
high
bro.
schoolers. He was in high school playing against grown men.
Lamont, bro. Last year, Wemby, bro, he averaged what, 23 a game, 40, low 40s, and shot under what 30% from 3-point range. That's not playing no goddamn high level. What are y'all talking about?
He's gonna do that in the league, though. He's gonna
That's
do that
not what
same thing in
Lamont
the
just
league.
said, bro.
Are you serious?
Lamont just said, "quote He played at a high level last year," and now I'm questioning what do we consider high level. I just read you his numbers, bro. That's not considered high level.
The man been a professional since he was a teenager.
Hold on.
That's
So
not
you
what
telling
we're
me
talking about, man?
Hold on,
That's
Mr. Mott.
crazy.
Mr. Mott.
This is crazy.
Hold on, Mr. Mott. So you telling me
Yes.
at 16 and 17 years old to be playing internationally in some of the best leagues overseas and putting up over 20 a game is not good as a 16 and 17-year-old?
At his height and the way he's talked about,
Bro, I don't care how tall you are to be
okay,
16
cool.
and 17
Lamont,
doing that against pros.
You're nitpicking.
Hold on, Lamont. His splits were not that great. He played okay, but it wasn't.
Bro,
no
he was
high
16
level.
and
But
17.
you got the nerve to say that Jabari Smith Jr. is better than Zion. Like, you're inconsistent, gang. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Nah, I never say he's better. I never say he's
That's
better.
you're
I said,
lying. You're
I
lying.
said
You're
Jabari
lying. You're
Smith.
lying. You're lying.
I said that. Listen,
I'll pull
I
up the
said
video. Give me 1
outside
second.
of dunking the basketball, what does Zion do better than Jabari Smith? Nothing. Other than
Driving the
dunking the
ball to the-
basketball, what
applying
does he do
pressure
better
to the rim.
than Jabari Smith?
Applying
From a
pressure
skill
on
set
the rim.
standpoint.
He's a better playmaker. He's a better rebounder. Like, what are we talking about here?
No,
I
bro,
wouldn't say
Jabari
he's a
Smith.
better
Hold on,
rebounder.
bro.
I wouldn't say
Jabari
he's a
Smith.
better
Again,
rebounder.
Nah, he not no better
you lied
rebounder.
again,
If he's
bro.
not a
You're a
better
liar.
He not no
rebounder,
better rebounder.
You're a liar, bro.
better rebounder than Jabari
You're a
Smith.
liar.
Jr.
Jabari
Not
Smith.
a high-
Bro, why
not
are
a
we
high
comparing
bar.
Jabari Smith and Zion? Jabari Smith was low-key a bum.
He
Jabari
can be
Smith
a
is
I was
bum
about to
better
say.
than
I was about
Zion.
to say
Smith is
Zion
about to
definitely
break
got a
out.
better post
He might
game.
be an all-star this year. Don't say
Ooh,
that.
ooh.
Jabari Smith.
I'll bet money on
all
that.
rookies
With
were
Ime
double
Udoka,
I'll
double.
put
with Ime
25
Hey, y'all
on it.
niggas is
with Ime
crazy.
Udoka, all right. You think
I bet
outside
money
of
he's
the
not
season?
no
Watch when the
Them
all-star.
season
niggas ain't
start.
gonna snip
Watch
the
when the
play.
season start.
Hey, y'all are tripping.
They may be a player.
Y'all
Lamont,
are really
Lamont,
tripping.
when you
Nah,
say high
bro.
level, Lamont, when you say
Bro,
high
y'all
level,
just said
man,
Jabari Smith Jr.
Bro,
gonna be an
y'all just
all-star.
had a
I'm
nigga
expecting
saying
something
Jalen
great,
Brown was
bro.
top 10 up in here, bro. Don't be
He
saying we
ain't even the
tripping,
best
bro.
player on his
Don't be saying
team.
we
You
tripping,
said
I'm
bro.
taking.
How
I
the
take
hell is
Jalen
that?
Green.
Jalen Green. If
when
you look
Lamont
at it
said
last
high
year,
level,
Bro, that
I
nigga,
expect
Charles
something
wasn't
bro,
great.
getting him
whoever
the
was
ball
saying
because
Hold
Jalen
he was
on.
Brown
a
was
ball
top
hawk.
10, bro.
Mr.
That nigga crazy.
The locker room. Oh yeah, but we
Yeah,
understand he a bum though. We understand he
Yeah,
a
that,
bum.
and
that
Lamont,
nigga
when you say high
crazy,
level,
bro.
man, I expect something great, man.
Yeah, but when I'm saying high
for you
level
last year, it
is
wasn't great,
so
bro.
hold on. When I say high level, when we're talking about these guys,
Uh-huh.
so again, if he was playing in high school here in the United States
Yeah.
and he's playing against 15, 14, 16, and 17-year-olds in high school, I would expect his numbers. So if he would have played here in the United States and he's playing in these
He would have got
prep
50 a game.
schools, he would have probably been averaging 30 a game at this size. But the problem with
50
Wembanyama
a
is
game.
his
He would have got
career.
50 a game.
Hold on, Beezy. He was playing against pros overseas. So he's playing against bigger, better defenders, more seasoned defenders. And at 16 and 17 years old, he's still putting up 20 points per game. That's very good because you know how many high schoolers right now would go overseas and probably can't even average 5 points per game? And I'm talking about good high schoolers.
Well, we agree that he
Bro,
played good,
but
but
do
he
you know how
wasn't
many?
at a high
But
level,
listen, do
though.
you know
That's
how
all I'm
many
saying.
NBA players that went to go play overseas? It really wasn't nothing in the NBA, and their numbers just went up though, Lamont. Do
Yeah,
you
we're
know,
not
like,
talking about that. We're talking about high schoolers. Because Victor Wembanyama, when he played overseas, he was 16 and 17.
I know. Okay, Luca was too. Luca is
Okay,
historically
but
one of the
hold on.
greatest European
Hold
players.
on, but Luka was not putting up the numbers that he's putting up now. He was not doing that in Europe when he was a 16-year-old.
Yeah, because he didn't have to. But I mean, situations matter. I mean, I get it.
Lamont, my question to you is: does if you're in the GOAT conversation, you automatically have to be looked at before as a trajectory in the GOAT? There's no player that can actually play themselves into the GOAT conversation who wasn't projected to be a GOAT.
Hold on one second. Let me get Ralph. Ralph says he was in the CD league in Euro. First of all, Euro leagues aren't separated by C and D leagues. Ain't no such thing.
Right.
So again, you got to get your leagues right. So unless you have a real good understanding of what the leagues are over there, which I don't think you do, and how they're broken up and classified, then you probably don't want to speak on
Hey,
it.
man,
There's
I
no
like
such
that
thing as a
man
C and
name,
D
man.
league.
He wasn't
I
in the
like that
best
man
league,
name,
but he
man. The
wasn't in
Ghost
the
come
worst
from
league.
Philly, man.
He played in a decent league last year, man.
He played in a decent league, but he was still playing against
He
pros.
played in the best
Oh yeah,
league
yeah, yeah,
before
yeah.
that
Oh,
and
for
still
sure.
averaged
Oh,
20,
yeah,
by the
yeah,
way.
yeah, for sure. Yep, and shot the
Do you
ball
think you
horribly.
could play yourself into
And
the
you got to
GOAT
think
conversation?
he came over here here and played against the G League Ignite team, and he played against some of the youth. He came over here and had some monster games against the G League Ignite. That's
cool.
So it's not like
I just seen, bro. What was the boy on OKC, bro? What's that boy name, bro? hologram. What, bro? Y'all know who I'm talking about?
Homegrown.
Steph, bro. I just seen, bro. Seen, bro, do his a damn dizzle, bro. Like against Victor, bro. Like I just seen this, bro. I just seen this. Like, bro, we need to calm down with this.
Bro, they wasn't even matched up against each other.
Just so y'all know,
It's crazy.
I got the clip. I got the clip right now of what Ma said. Whenever y'all want to hear that shit, because that nigga's nasty, bro.
Go ahead, play it, bro. I said.
Hold on. Look. We gotta save it. Okay. I gotta get out of here. I gotta get to basketball practice.
Hey, thanks again, Lamont. Hey, Lamont.
I wanted to keep this going, but I have to get on the road, man. I have to get to practice.
Yeah. I'll cook your ass next time. Whoever said that.
Nah, you not, bro. I promise. If
say
you
that clip, nigga.
Run again.
Nigga,
It's gonna be even worse. Run again is gonna be even worse.
I'm out, nigga.
That nigga's scary, bro. What are we doing here, dog? Stop saving these niggas.
Lamar been saving people all day, man. That's
what I'm saying. Stop saving these niggas, bro.
You don't want to be saved. Don't save.
Hey, T Streets. T Streets said true. Start a live.
Hey, I teach you.
Hey, True. If you start a live, I'll join her.
I'm gonna put your channel link in the chat, man.
You heard me, True?
Hold on, y'all. Look, y'all go subscribe to True the King. Subscribe to True the King TV. This conversation's about to continue over there. The link to his channel's right there in the chat, man. Y'all go hit that link, man. True's about to start up a live, man. We're gonna continue that conversation over there. I might hop in if he's still live when our practice is over. So hopefully y'all can continue this one on, because man, this was crazy. This was a good one.
Lamar, I gotta ask you a direct question, bro. When do we allow niggas to run from the ether on FYM? When is that a new rule, Lamar? I need to know. Lamar. I need to know.
We need answers.
When it comes to dumbass takes, you never let that shit slide. But for some reason, when it comes to a particular person, you letting it slide.
No, it wasn't. I think y'all was looking at his list wrong. I thought his list was based on future expectation.
No, hold on,
casual. Lamont like playing little games. Even if, which he wasn't, because I watched the show too. Even if that was his criteria, Lamont, you're saying he's projecting Jamal Murray and Jaylen Brown to be top 10 players over Embiid and Devin Booker next year? Come on, bro.
I don't agree with that. I'm a Jaylen Brown guy. I don't agree with that.
No. I don't necessarily agree. But if that's what he projects, that's what he projects.
You're a nasty motherfucker,
man. I was nasty as hell, bro. I dropped money to offer to debate this dude. He don't let me cook him. What's going on, bro? What's going on?
Yeah, crazy. All right,
Mom don't want that money, man. Mom don't want that money, man.
No, that money will go to the winner.
No, exactly, Lamar. So here's what I'm gonna say. Hopefully, I'm gonna drop $50 to bet on it after I win, Lamont. Of course, I'm gonna drop at least half. I'm gonna donate half the proceeds to the channel, to that boy locker room. If he wants to smoke, I ain't going nowhere.
All right, I'm gonna reach out to him. I'm gonna see if he want to do it.
You know he not finna do it, man. I don't know why you playing. You know
that's why you making that.
Hey, I can only.
Cash, you saw that. Cash, you saw that face rub? That's that same face rub Lamar be doing when you.
No. Look, y'all. I have another person that I'm trying to get over here to set up a debate, and I'm thinking I'm getting very close to pulling it off, but I need somebody to debate him, and that's the guy from Dreamers Pro.
No way, yo, Lamar. If you get Dreamers Pro over here, I gotta cook this dude, bro. Lamar, no lie, because no, in the beginning of this channel. Yeah, in the beginning of this channel,
I think I got it in the bag. But I wanted Gil to debate him. They were going back and forth.
Lamar, if you get Gil to debate him, that's some legendary shit. I'm not gonna care.
What that nigga do? What he do?
They just had a little back and forth over just basketball takes.
Mm-hmm.
He was getting cooked, Lamar. I
got to cook Gil one of these days too, though, man. I ain't gonna lie. All that trolling. I mean, listen, man. All that trolling got to stop, man.
All right, y'all. Look, I got to get going, man. I'm gonna have to catch y'all on the next.
True, you doing the stream?
You doing the stream?
Yeah, I'm setting up right now.
All right,
I'll be in 30 minutes.
I'm dropping True's link in the chat one more time for y'all, man. Y'all go over there. Rapper I Reloaded said Dreamers Crow will cook anyone in the panel. I don't know about that. I just don't think he knows much about basketball. I just think he talks about basketball because it's like kind of a cool thing to do to him, but I don't think he really knows it. I don't know. I'm trying to think who he reminds me of. I don't know. Because I can't say he's like Mars because I don't know.
Damn. John throw a shot.
Well, no. Like Mars is knowledgeable because he's like an encyclopedia. Dreamers Pro is not like an encyclopedia. He just, so Mars makes up for his not playing the game for being an encyclopedia. I think Dreamers Pro is not an encyclopedia, nor did he play. I think he kind of looks stuff up on the fly, and then just tries to talk about it on the fly. And because he didn't do a lot of research, nor he has no real experience playing, you can kind of tell he's like kind of faking it a little bit. To me, it just sounds like he's just pump faking a lot with his takes. And that's one of the reasons why he just really chases trending topics like players getting in trouble, players getting in drama. He never really talks about real basketball talk. He like chases trending. It's like spicy headlines. That's like TMZ type shit, not real basketball shit. So I don't know. That's why I say that he got in the wrong pot when he started debating with Gil. I was like, that's too much basketball knowledge. It's like you're gonna look like a fool coming out of that end.
Yeah, but that nigga Gil he be bending, he be context bending with his knowledge.
Gil be
bro. How y'all tell an NBA player?
That nigga be bending context, bro. I'm telling you, because he did it. He did it that stream we did. He did
no,
it.
He didn't.
He did it. Yes, he did.
Bro, I don't know. I'm not about to sit here and give too much.
I was there with you.
I don't give too much pushback to guys that played in the league, like especially a guy that dropped 60 on Kobe. I'm not about to sit here and give too much pushback.
Man, you could drop 60 on a player you want to. Shaquille O'Neal is a top 10 player all time.
Gil would average 40 in the 90s. Well, Gil would average 40 in the 90s.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Like Shaquille O'Neal is a top 10 player all time. And that nigga
No. Not 40. Not 40, but he would have definitely averaged anywhere from 28 to 30.
Come on, we know that. Come on, but he was wild and he said he averaged 40, 50. That was crazy.
Like, you never know though. You never know.
Gil know what he's doing, man. Gil know he
never know.
Clicks and Gil know what he's doing, man.
Hey, look, y'all. Look, let me shut. Hold on, y'all. I gotta shut it down.
Nah, go ahead. I
gotta shut this down.
True. I'm finna. As soon as you start the stream, I'm gonna hop up in there real quick.
All right, I'm gonna drop y'all down. I'm gonna go ahead and drop y'all down.
All right.
Peace.
Salute y'all. All right, y'all. FYF Sports, man. Another great show, man. We're gonna be back with more sports and news. Appreciate you guys pulling up. We're gonna be back live tomorrow, man. Make sure you guys pull up tomorrow, man. FYF Sports with another good show tomorrow. Probably gonna be doing a morning show as well. I actually like the vibe when we go live a little earlier, but you guys, FYF Sports, man. Another great podcast episode where we're gonna be back with more sports and news. Until then, man, it's FYF Sports, and we out.
Yeah, we done came from the bottom, mad that we up, but I don't hear him talking. Started with knowledge inside of my noggin. We took a dream and then we started vlogging. Put my city on the map now. I'ma say how it is and I don't back down. On the road to 100K, we finna act out. We gon' show them that we not just in the background. We the main event, we the main show. We the one that people always gon' pay for. FYF, we the best, no debate though. Number one sports channel, every angle. I'ma show them all how we ride. Best sports talk show, we not like them guys. We playing it safe while they feather the lines. We switching the narrative all the time. Like who to go in the game is not MJ. Kobe Bryant top 10, not what we say. Hakeem Olajuwon is very overrated. Keep it real if it ain't fact, we don't say it. Now it's stable, we won't be ignored. We number one, especially when coming to sports. FYF ringing the heat here, of course. Everything backed up with actual source.